Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to the worldwide family. Peaceful Sabbath, y'all. As we get about our business, y'all. Got a great class today. All praises to the Most High.
All praises.
Great understanding go forth. But y'all, we ain't going to belabor. We're going to get right to it. Wherever you are on planet Earth, turn toward Holy Jerusalem, from whence our help cometh from.
Yes, sir.
We get this opening Psalm, Psalms 114, with the Most High's permission, in the name of His only begotten Son.
Yes, sir.
When Israel went out of Egypt, the house of Jacob, from a people of the strange language, Judah was his sanctuary, and Israel his dominion. The sea saw it and fled. Jordan was driven back. The mountains skipped like rams, and the little hills like lambs. What ailed thee, O thou sea, that thou fleddest? Thou Jordan, that thou was driven back?
Yes, sir.
Ye mountains, that ye skipped like rams, and ye little hills like lambs? Tremble thou earth at the presence of the Most High, at the presence of the power of Jacob, which turned the rock into a standing water, and the flint into a fountain of water.
Hallelujah! Selah! Yes, sir. Shouts out to Shabbat Shalom to our family, worldwide, to all believers, and the gospel of Messiah given by his Father. Today's lesson, y'all, the Antichrist, formed of iron and miry clay. So, y'all, we're going to look at that, Daniel 2:43, and understand it from the spiritual nature. We're going to break it down to land mass and systems, as well as the people who's involved with the Antichrist, formed of iron and miry clay. Because that prophecy is twofold within three events, so to speak. And what I'm speaking of, like I say, once again, the supernatural portion of them, a system driven by, as well as an individual coming on the scene. But all of it, y'all, what it has to do is mirror the first and second coming to give you a false Christ, a false Messiah. So, y'all, we're going to go into a few things today, and hopefully with Most High send the Spirit to break this down, we get great understanding today.
That's right.
We got a few definitions that's going to help us out, but that's the name of today's class, the Antichrist, formed of iron and miry clay. Because it's an area that never seems to be touched. We know about the Antichrist and who he could be as a male, but ain't nobody talking about who his mama is. So, because it tries to mirror the Messiah's birth and his second coming, they're going to copy everything and hope to get it over with deception. So, we'll pick up a little things on the Antichrist mama as well.
His mama.
Yeah. So, y'all know how we get down. I want to send out a shout out to our sick and shut in. First and foremost, I want to just thank all y'all. For some of y'all didn't know, I kind of mentioned that my mom was going through just a little bit of illness and had to have a 4.5-hour surgery. Well, she came through like a soldier, y'all. I just want to thank y'all for y'all prayers. Still just a little bit of recovery. They give her 2, 3, 5, well, they said technically 3 to 5 days before we'll send her home, because that's a long time under anesthesia at 85 and a half years old. Sorry. So I just want to thank y'all. Thank the Most High first and foremost. Also, just want to continue prayers for Brother Uriah, Sister Hananiah, Brother Akda in the homeland, as well. Emo Yisrael, Emo Naomi, y'all. And also, y'all, we really got to pray for them, y'all. The war that started again, y'all. We could be at the beginning of World War III. Yep. This is why this class, what we're breaking down today, is going to kind of get right into that because we're in certain time periods of the prophecies of Daniel. But we're going to get a little bit into that. So everybody over in the homeland, y'all, we praying for y'all that y'all just get a little bit of peace. But this thing done heated up again.
Yes,
So we'll see how long. But y'all is all heating up because Trump is throwing deflection about them Epstein files.
Yeah.
They had Bill Clinton. They said, you got us, you going to get him. So can't worry about that stuff as long as a war going on. So that's what they're going to do, causing the war to distract.
Right.
Also send shouts out to our push. You and your family, bro. I hope you're doing well. And keep your head up, bro. Look to the hills. Also, Ariel and Abia's daughter, Corman. She's continuing to progress, as well as our little niece, Alexis, Elisha and Miriam's daughter. And also to shouts out to our brother Todd, who's on lockdown right now. Says everything else, is he out of solitary yet?
He said possibly April.
Possibly April, okay. Keep prayers going in for that, bruh. And also, y'all, just shouts out to Sister Felicia Lay, our sister Karen Keys, also to King and Queen down there in Florida, as well as all our Florida family. Also to Lemuel up there in Eastern Shores of Maryland. They got rapping with the brother the other day, and you know they are also rocking the order of Melchizedek. So as you can see, the churches are spread to areas teaching the same doctrine, teaching the same gospel, but just on a different part of the country. You know, same order, same priesthood. We send shouts out to him and his nephew Ryan.
I want to thank y'all for the prayers for my mom too.
No, no doubt.
She got out last Saturday. She did her first 12-hour shift at 79.
Oh, boy, right back at it. Right back at it.
12 hours?
12 hours shift.
Man.
Also, y'all, shouts out to our
We
KC.
not to go to work.
Bro, look here. Shouts out to our KC fam, you know, Big Rough, Sister Rashawn and the fam. All our KC up there, y'all, our brother Eric Cole and brother Rico and Quincy Youngblood. Shouts out to y'all and all our ATL family, STL. Y'all know we are a Chicago family. Just shouts out to y'all. One love, and let's keep this 133 tight and close to the vest.
Shout out to the ATL family.
Yes, sir.
Big country.
Big country, no doubt.
Skinny.
Skinny black. Yeah, all of them.
Brethren up in Compton, California.
Shalom, my dear. That's right.
Brother Marcus.
Yeah.
And y'all.
Sister Boy, and Ark Yavin and Brother Chris. Sister Tiffany, y'all. Shouts out to all y'all down there. But what you got, sister? So get roll. Go ahead.
We all need prayer, and especially to our families that are lost and stuck in the traditions of the world.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's what this class gonna do, because what this class is basically about is we're in those times now. It's a lot of things going on, y'all. Right now, World War III could be taking place.
Yes, sir.
It's heating up, y'all. Once nuke go or somebody get hit with one, it could get extremely ugly, y'all, this weekend. It's 72 degrees right now in the Excellence's Georgia. And tomorrow, it'll be snow with light ice,
Right.
Monday and Tuesday.
Right.
And let me say this too before we get going. So, y'all, one thing we want to clear up is just make sure the class runs smooth, because we have to have it run smooth. So, like a lot of times we always ask too, you got any questions and answers out there? So, what we have to do to stay on point so we don't have to give homework a lot of time is any questions you get to that's pertaining to the lesson at hand, we'll answer right away. Any questions we get here in the St. Louis audience, anybody raise their hand, if they concerning the topic at hand, we'll get on them right away. But if not, and it's something we could point you to a class, or we could touch on it a little bit later, and this is off-topic questions, we'll save those for the last half hour of the class. We're going to get them, Most High willing, but what we have to do is, just because we get a few calls and when we go on a topic and then we go to another topic, explain it and come back, you lose that steam, you lose that focus. So y'all, what we want to do is just make sure everybody stay on point, stay tuned in, stay focused, and we don't get distracted. We'll get at your questions, because that's our job, is to incident season, out of season, but we have to make sure the lesson at hand goes forth without interruption. Not saying we ain't answering no questions, just saying pertaining to the subject matter. What you got over there too, Bob?
Brother Papa Hill says, Shalom family, all praise to the Most High.
Yeah.
I want to say thanks to all the prayers for my father and grandmother.
Oh.
They are both out if I see you and doing better. I see you, I'm sorry.
Is that Brother Floyd?
Yes, sir.
Floyd Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's that Floyd Hill. We see him at Passover a lot. He'll get on in here in class every now and then. But all praises, bro. Glad they're able to make it on home, bro. Anything else?
That was it.
So y'all, we're going to go ahead and get at it. The Antichrist formed of iron and miry clay. Y'all know how we get down our one and only high priest, Yeshua HaMashiach, locally known as Jesus the Christ. He brings forth, he's our high priest, one and only high priest after the order of Melchizedek. He brings forth the law to every male, female, rich, poor, free bond, Jew, and Gentile. And y'all, how we want to get started is we're going to just run through a couple definitions, because we're going to go through the book of Daniel today, all 12 chapters, but not all 12 chapters. And we're going to tie it in with Revelation, because all we need out of the book of Daniel, because Daniel is about that four kingdom statue that Nebuchadnezzar had a dream about. We're not getting into what's already passed. That's just going to belabor what we're trying to get to. There's a portion of Daniel writings that's pertaining to the time we're in right now. That's what we'll focus on throughout the chapters, because the first 6 chapters are about Nebuchadnezzar's dream. And this is when Daniel was taken into Babylon. So we'll touch on just the taking into Babylon, the discussion about the Most High, and like I say, the first 6 chapters about Nebuchadnezzar having a dream and Daniel interpreting. 7 through 12 is Daniel's vision concerning his life and the saints' existence. So we'll get into that and we'll tie it all in and end it with Revelation 13. But y'all, there's a lot of things going on out there right now, y'all, that we better keep our eyes open right now, y'all. It could be very crucial, y'all, what's going on and what's taking place right now. The Antichrist could already be strapping his boots up. Now, we're going to go through Daniel, and Jake going to do a walk on the dark side tonight. He going to tie it into what's going with 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, so we won't touch on those today, because that's more dealing with when the Antichrist is on the earth, so he'll have film footage to deal with that portion of it. What we want to do is just get into this 4 kingdom statute, but just pertaining to our time now. Since things Daniel was saying 100 years ago, we wasn't in that time period. We are in these times right now with what we're going over. What you got, Emo?
No, I was just seeing what you all had.
Yeah, we good, Emo. We good. Thank you very much. Yeah, we good. So y'all, if we don't have any more questions, we're going to get into a couple definitions and get this lesson started, and hopefully everybody will stay on point, y'all, when we roll on through this, because we do have to also the Passover. So if we will, y'all, let me get a definition of Antichrist.
Antichrist.
Yes, sir.
From the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. One who denies or opposes Christ.
Y'all hear that? That's what Antichrist is. One who denies or opposes the Messiah. The high priest after the order of Melchizedek, that's Antichrist. There's a doctrine of a people that's called the 2 Niners, or the Rev 2 and 3 Niners, and the 1948ers, that's had documents called Talmud and Kabbalah that's loaded with Antichrist talk. Ooh. I mean, front to back and up and down. Yes, sir. To throw your mind off of it and make you think that they'll have the virgin that'll bring forth the Son of the Most High. Y'all, it's a mirror image, y'all. Don't look for it to be so far left field. Ain't no child gonna be born with horns on his head and a tail, and you like, there he is, red and all too. There he is. No, there'll be nothing like that, y'all. Deception is what it is. It almost looks like the real thing. right? It's so close. It's like having the best Chrysler 300 you can get with all of its high-end amenities. And then you park it next to a Rolls Royce and you say, they basically the same.
No,
Only in the fact that they are
No,
called.
they're not.
That's it.
But when you sit in one and you fool yourself, now come sit in my 300 dog and see if it ain't the same. If you fool yourself to think
First off, you're
60,000 versus 600,000 is the same. What you saying,
I
Zed?
said, first off, your doors ain't kissing.
Oh boy, look at you. Yes sir, yes sir. Unless he just do it. Yeah, unless he kiss on the door handle.
But yeah, like you say, Dan, yeah, it may be a lot closer than we think for the simple fact that, like he said, when you see Israel compared with armies,
Yes sir.
not only that, there's more and more of evidence, well, the Zionists and the Edomites are being challenged even more so by the white boy, Goyim,
Yeah.
about who their identity really is.
Yes, sir.
That boy Carlson Tucker just
Yes,
did.
sir.
Yeah, he just called him out. Take the
Boy,
DNA test.
Tucker beat, you see
Yes,
that?
sir.
Take the DNA
on
Yes
test.
that
sir.
Boy, he questioned, he said, no, you need to tell me if they are of the bloodline of Abraham, according to the Bible, then why not just do a DNA test to prove it?
Yeah,
He said, why we gonna do that? What does that matter? He said, it's gonna prove everything.
Yeah. But
He
you know
said,
why they can't
he said,
do
you
it?
keep dancing around the question. You don't want to answer it.
Right.
He said, and I know why you don't want to
Yeah,
answer.
yeah, everybody know. He know it too. But look,
But-
if they do DNA, Elisha, then that'll allow us right back in. So what they do is, now notice they got the law of return, but why
Right.
we don't go up under? We
Right.
got people in the homeland that they won't let come
one
in
of the
under
That's
the
things
law
what
he
of
he was
return.
asking.
One of the things he asked him was, all you got to do is turn toward Jerusalem. If you turn toward Jerusalem, you of that bloodline.
Yeah, yeah.
When we do that,
Hold on, but dude
we do that.
Hold on, but dude kept questioning him. He said, well, hold on, your law of return ain't making sense.
No,
Yeah.
He said, well, then what stops people who are not practicing Judaism,
Yeah.
who are real Jews,
Yeah.
from returning?
Yeah.
because according to what
He
he said, all
said,
you got to do
because
is act
from
like
what
it.
you're saying, all they have to do is either be practicing or whatever. He say, so what prevents? He said,
Yeah.
man, you dancing. He said,
Well,
you don't
look.
want to answer this question.
And what that means is we gonna put a hurting on you, Tucker Carlson, if you don't keep quiet, y'all. But this is where it's at, y'all. We at the point of identifying who holds the promises, the law, statutes, and covenant to give out to all the other nations. We right at that door of identifying that. What you got to about?
Jacob in the chat saying they announced on CNN they killed Iran's supreme leader.
Oh, they got him?
Oh, they got him?
They said he was ducking. They said
Yeah,
he
they
was ducking
said he-
today.
they
They
said
said
they
he was
got
hiding.
Well, y'all,
He ain't hiding good enough. Huh?
y'all, we
And
gotta
dude-
keep our head to
And
the
they
sky,
saying that
y'all.
they finna send some missiles to everything U.S. is a
Well, they done
got
hit two
over.
bases already
Yeah,
over
they
there.
say they finna send missiles everywhere they can.
Y'all, so it's either one or two things. Either they gonna launch and accept the days be short and there'll be no flesh saved and tribulation gonna be moved out of the way because they finna pull a stunt and they ain't gonna worry about going through it. Let's just blow the whole world up.
Well, see,
Or it's all just the stunts leading up to what we're gonna get into the definition called controlled chaos.
The stuff they do
and that's
don't
what
even
it's
make
got to be
sense.
because
Who are you talking about that?
the word of the Most High cannot come back
The
void.
devil worshippers, the children of the devil.
Like-
That's they. Yeah.
Elohim,
They not like us. They not like us. Yeah,
Elohim's
yeah.
word is not going to come back void.
Yeah.
So certain events going to have to take place regardless of what we see or not.
Yeah.
Because it's in His time and not man's time.
Absolutely,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you know, even though we may see, because see, the orange pervert doing all these things to keep people away from them files and him going to jail.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And he see that's on the way because all these other head boys are going to jail.
Yeah.
They're arresting cats.
Yes, sir.
That means if they took the prince down, which has never been done in royal history,
Yeah.
they know he's on the list.
He on that.
So he's
on
got
that.
to create drama, but like you said, control chaos.
Control
because
chaos.
out of chaos, order out of chaos. Ain't that what the new order
That's
was
what's on the
about?
back of the dollar. Nova Order Seclorum.
Well, think about what he said. He said, this is not about a regime change, but the Iranian people should stand up for their freedom.
Oh,
That's a change, ain't it?
Yes.
Ain't
No,
that
you all
ain't
up
that
in
a
somebody's
change?
house, though. You up in another man's house.
In another man's
trying to
house.
call shots. Like somebody
Well,
telling you, yeah.
They are binding the strong man when they
Oh,
go
yes,
to
sir.
the country.
Well, they
They ain't bound to
Second
God.
one. It's the
But
second
y'all
one.
also, what this lets us know also is that first bombing was a bunch of BS too, because it was done when the heat started coming on when he got convicted of them crimes. So they started war and say we blew up all their nuclear capability. Well, if you blew it up then, what you going back
What you
over
going
that
over
for
there
now?
for now?
You didn't blow up nothing, like you're saying. Y'all ain't cracked nothing on that. Because they got it buried up under mountains. Miles of concrete. 2 miles thick. They ain't got no bunker busters for that. So y'all definition, we got Antichrist, let's get
Let me finish with
oh,
the
you got some more?
Antichrist.
Okay.
Specifically, a great antagonist expected to fill the world with wickedness, but to be conquered forever by the Antichrist
Yes,
at
sir.
his second coming. Which one on next?
Let's go
Iron.
iron. Yeah.
Iron, a silver white, malleable, ductile,
Yeah.
magnetic metallic element that readily rusts in most air, occurs in pure form in meteorites and combined in most ingenious rocks. It is most abundant element on Earth by mass.
Y'all hear
and
that?
is virtually to biologically process.
So iron is the number 1 metal on earth. It's in such abundance, but it rusts quick.
It's also in space.
Is what's it?
It's also in space.
Yeah, so
It'll
yeah,
be
it comes
a
from
meteorite.
meteorites. So, but what we're saying is, it's the out of all the metals and things we use, iron. There's tons of it. You ain't gonna run out of iron. Go ahead, give me Miry.
Miry, resembling a mire, characterized by swampy ground.
It's characterized by what?
Swampy ground.
Swampy or muddy ground. Now, if the word mire is in there, let us have that too, because we got scriptures about swine and mire. So you get an understanding of what the Antichrist will be mixed with. Go ahead.
Some more on mire. Mire, characterized by heavy, often deep mud or slushy.
Often deep mud or slushy. Stuck in the mud, spinning your wheels in the mud. So this is what the Antichrist is going to be made out of. Iron, a rustable source. I want y'all to understand, it's not gold. It's rustable source. And muddy, sloppy mud, pig mud. Versus how the Messiah was born, of a virgin of pure dirt. Mother, say, coming from earth, I should say, Mary being pure. You know, and so that's where the copycat is trying to match that up and see if we could pull rank with that and get you to trust in the one that the whole world will be chasing after, because there's no belief in him. Y'all, this is only going to attack those who refuse to believe the scripture. The volume of the book. Genesis 1 to Revelation 22. The volume of the book.
Artificial intelligence.
So we already know it ain't the real thing, right?
You're a fake baby.
Why we letting it become real to us, y'all? Why we letting it tell us what to do? Why we letting us always got it on in our pocket, in the bed with you? Do you know they say people can't even sleep at night because they can't put the phone down in bed? You just YouTube and Google stuff till you fall off to sleep.
I won't even have mine in the room.
Mine be upstairs on
Now you think though, well, if somebody called, you know, you hate to miss an emergency,
Right.
but you have to. It's not saying you didn't take the landlines. We didn't take them out of the room. They were still in the room,
Right.
but we didn't have to worry about text messages coming through all night. Z, you know, different things like that. But it's just a different time, y'all, because ain't no more landlines nowhere but at a hotel.
Yep.
Everything else, if you do have a landline at your house, it's still connected to the internet. So if the internet go down, that phone go down too. Y'all, it's a linking process. Everything you have business with, we're linking all of your business together. All y'all may be getting letters now. We're going to link all your accounts together. Whatever you got. You got Facebook, you got Bank of this, you got Wells Fargo that. We want to link them all together. Y'all understand where we headed right now? Y'all, this wasn't even 50 years ago. And right now we at a point that where they can say, we're not using cash no more. And it won't be a mad dash for the street. The only people going to really affect is dope dealers. Unless you got a little bit up under your mattress, but they're going to give you that opportunity. Bring that on down and turn it into electronic.
We'll give you 10 cents on the
even
dollar.
now with all employers, you have to have direct deposit.
Yes, sir. And we tired of keep sending you bills in the mail. Look, we'll give you $5 off of your bill if you go electronic.
Paperless. Yeah, just
Go paperless. Because everything they want to become wireless, y'all. And what they want to become also wireless is the connection with this. You're receiving wired signals telepathically. We want this in your head.
Yep.
We gonna fix it where you can't leave this at home. Or it fall off your pocket on a roller coaster. We're gonna have it on you. And that way we can eliminate that.
That's why all your algorithms come according to your taste or what you're thinking. Or what you lust for.
And like when you use a different device to log in.
Yeah.
I logged in on a different device.
Yeah.
And this thing told me, you logged in on another device. Was that you?
Yeah. Was that you? And then say, look at how the devil play again. Check if you a robot.
Right.
Before we move forward, we want to see if you artificial. Shalom, man. We want to see if you artificial intelligence. Let us know.
Then Google got the glasses where you can have a screen on the eyeglass.
Yeah.
Where you don't need your phone.
You gotta have the phone.
Right there on the screen,
And
right
you
in
just
front
do
of
it
your
like
face.
this in front of your face and you tap it and type it.
Virtual keyboard.
Oh,
A keyboard that you can't even see, boy. Boy, just look like you giving sign language from the chest, huh?
that's that shit on movies now.
That's what it is, Liza. It's Miry clay. Just what you said it was, because that's what's in the mire. Let's get some more of this, y'all, so
Clay.
go ahead.
I ain't get clay.
Clay.
Clay, an earthy material that is plastic when moist, but hard when fired.
Did y'all ever know that's about clay? I always thought clay was just came from dirt. It does, but when it settles in, when clay settles in, it's like a different, it changes it into a different type of material, almost plastic. So now we're seeing the robot out of the material and the iron and iron. We're going to tie it in, y'all. Get some more there.
That is composed mainly of fine particles of hydrous aluminum, silicates, and other materials, and that is used for brick, tile, and pottery.
Yeah.
Soil composed chiefly of this material having particles less than specific size.
Yeah, and look, not only that, but clay, its components is finer than sand.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's finer than sand. It's almost at a dust level. Go
Yeah, it's
ahead.
a
What
dust.
you got over there?
Ain't that what Most High gonna hit the foot of the statue?
Absolutely, that's where we going, bro. Right on time, that spirit. Yeah, yes, sir. We're on point, RD. We getting into that, Danny. What else you got,
Definition
was you
number
saying
2.
something?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Jim.
Definition 2, a substance that resembles clay or plasticity and is used for molding.
So-
the human body as distinguished from the spirit.
Say that again, brother.
The human body as distinguished from the spirit.
So that's why it's trying to tell you that what the human body was made of, the scripture never says dirt. It says dust. It's the finer particles, like this clay is finer than sand. Dust is finer than dirt. It's the residue. It's usually what you wipe off the TV. That's dust. And now look what you can do with that dirt. You can do like this. And what happens to it?
It's a fundamental nature or character.
Boy, you see that? Not only that, but now we're getting into that. And I'm glad you mentioned that, Zeb, because we're going to get into a little bit of the Barnabas to explain what you just said. So, y'all, we see that once we get understanding of what we're dealing with, y'all, and this is not word etymology, this is explaining words so you understand as we read along. You say, okay, I understand how it's putting it together. I understand the word. And we ain't said nothing about Miry in the Hebrew, have we? We ain't said nothing. We saying it in the language that you understand. Because if we start speaking Hebrew without an interpreter, then we violating the rules of 1 Corinthians 14. If you speak in tongues, you got to have an interpreter. Like you speak in Hebrew fluently?
No.
You need an interpreter?
Yes.
What about you, Zeb? I know you're pretty good. You can say a few things.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. What about you, Tuba?
Yes, sir. I'm getting interpreted.
Okay, yes, sir. So, y'all, we don't play them games. With all you're getting, get what?
Understanding.
Let's get some more of this understanding. What's the next word we're going to look up?
That was all for us.
We had controlled chaos. I'm going to look that up as well.
Gotcha.
Controlled chaos. Y'all, can it be such a thing?
Yeah.
People are out of control, but it's in control.
Yes.
See, orchestrated control. So that's what the Antichrist is bringing. Like that, you be like, it's so crazy. But yet it seems like they still in charge. They know what they're doing. They've been doing studies. Y'all can Google right now. How does 5,000 police control 100,000 people? If y'all Google that right now, it'll tell you how it's done. The first thing is to give you a presence of we'll cut your head off. Then we'll show we have light screaming and hollering. And then we're going to always say we got backup coming called the army. So see, y'all, that gets some things in control, Elijah, because right now we can see 2 police back there. As long as they got that walkie-talkie, we're going to be talking. We may throw some frozen water bottles at them. But if we know we attack and they got that walkie-talkie, they say they going crazy. Niggas going crazy.
All they got to do is say, cop down.
Cop down, yes, sir. By who? Crazed Negroes. Oh, boy, you getting the whole fleet over here. Boy, listen, boy, go ahead. Go ahead, Tuba. Then I'm going to get Zeb, going to get that control chaos. Unless you got it.
Yeah, I just pulled it up.
Read a little bit louder, Tuba.
It says, now, controlled chaos, unaccountable, a state of situation that appears to be completely disorganized, but where some things are under control. We arrive home to a scene of controlled chaos, with painters, electricians, plumbers, and workmen of all shapes and colors all over the house.
See, and that was controlled chaos because each one of them, they just used as an example. You got the painters over here, you got these people over here, you got everybody moving around. It looked like chaos, but we got 2 days to get this building ready for the wedding reception.
That sounds like my job every day.
Boy, but y'all, this is going to be a controlled chaos like now, what Trump doing. What they're doing, they're in total control of what they're doing, y'all. Don't get it fooled. Before he pushed the button or told them to go ahead and launch, they knew the outcome of the worst case scenario that's going to get them a kickback for this.
They run scenarios.
Yes, sir.
Before they act.
Yes, sir. Well, look, and notice what time it hit there. What were we doing when
Middle
it
of the
hit?
night, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and turned on the TV.
Boy, look here.
They done blew it up. I'm like, what? I ain't been sleeping 5 hours.
In the morning while you young. Y'all understand that that's when they attack. Let's get into this, y'all, and get some understanding. I got one more definition.
What's that?
Cambion, Cambion. Because like I said, y'all, we're going to deal with the system of it, Babylon, because it's a system. They have what they call allies. America's over here in the west, Edomites over there in the east, but they're allies. They're both rocking Babylon. So you can leave here and go there. You're still running into the same system. Y'all understand?
Yep.
Ain't no escape because they got both ends of the world on lock, east and west. What you got on two about?
You want the definition of a cambion?
Yeah, Cambion. Definition. Yes, sir.
Cambion. A cambion is a legendary or fictional offspring of a human and a demon, typically an incubus or succubus.
Typically, an incubus or succubus. Go ahead. It said it's the offspring of that. Now you're saying, wait a minute. Those are two spiritual demons having a baby. No, it's going to explain a little bit more. It's just how they're intertwined. And once we give you an example, you're going to understand it perfectly as we start going through the script. Go ahead. What else say too about?
It says often depicted as powerful, charismatic, and manipulative. These have themes appear in folklore and modern fantasy, such as Dungeons and Dragons, where they are half humanoid, half fiend hybrids.
So people will say, well, that comes off of that. Well, where did they get it from, though?
Right.
They don't have their own imagination. So the game is always, that's how iniquity does work.
Right.
We're just putting it in the game. We just season you
We're
through
making
the
it
generations.
normalized, making it normalized,
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
you don't trip off of it.
Right now, they put,
Oh, I've seen that in the movie.
Right.
right. Look, right now, I don't care what show you watch. Every show now has to have a gay character. So no matter what you watching from football or whatever else, they're going to make sure you see two men kiss. Did anybody see, now while everybody complaining about Bad Bunny singing in Spanish, were all the people talking about that one scene when he was walking through and them two men was at that car door and they kissed each other and it just kept moving.
You saw that?
Everybody,
see it.
if you got the eye to see, you saw it. And some people question about that. So what is he really saying here? What is he promoting here? Coming through here in this language. So you're saying, look, same sex is cool in Spanish. See, so y'all, it's a reason they're doing that. They wanted that chaos surrounding Bad Bunny and the Super Bowl. They want to normalize it. And not only that, I don't care what show you watch with a gay character, they're counting on you either going to turn that TV off because you're going to quit looking to the right. Every time we show them kiss, you look off the screen. You just kind of listening. And you just kind of looking back. Damn, that's a long-ass man-on-man kiss. Damn, come on, get back to the program. And then you get back to the program.
I'm thinking something better to do with my time.
Boy, but this is what I'm saying. It don't matter what show is on.
It's
The
on
character is marked for the show.
Not only on the show, but it's outside.
Yeah.
Y'all understand what we're talking about now? They're hoping if you want to keep watching the show, sooner or later you're gonna look through the commercial. Nope. Keep looking away, man. Real man. Keep looking away like you used to look away when you saw it on. That's all right. I ain't gonna say that. Let's get some more.
Thank you.
Look away. That's all I'm saying. So y'all Cambion, but we're gonna tie this in. And why? When we're looking for this, like I said, a Cambion is the offspring of a succubus and an incubus. Y'all, we're tying this around Leviticus 15 and also Deuteronomy 23:10 about what's called a nocturnal emission. That means control of emission with just your mind. And the devil will come with a succubus for a man to pull that out of him. And it says, then that succubus grabbed what was pulled out of him by his mental, because a man couldn't do it while he woke. How and where is he getting the power from his mental to do that with no friction? So it pulls it from the man, a succubus, deliver it to an incubus, who then hopes to put that seed in the Antichrist mom. Whatever realm we get to, that's the program. And if you say, man, that's too crazy, son, let's look at it like this. We use Puffy for Ganon, didn't we, Elisha? Yeah. When you see about Ganon, he was into music, lured the children of Adam off the mount down there with cane seed. Yep. He started with music, then he started with the drink houses and the drink, then he started with the clothing line. So it ain't nothing new under the earth. So when you look at Puffy's life and what it's going through, and then all of the sex magic that's involved. So let's look at him at this situation. Succubus, and I don't want to in no way, shape, or form. I'm only saying it because we're looking at it from the flesh. We just did the spirit. But if we look at it from the flesh, like we matched up Puffy with Ganon back in there, Cassie would be the succubus. Not calling Cassie a succubus, but put in a position as a succubus. Puffy is the incubus. So I want you to look at it from flesh. They're doing supernatural things. Whose seed they're trying to get is the wayward man that's brought in there to have his way with her while he watches. Proverbs 7. But it's legalized for what they're doing from their perspective of who they serve. Shalom, Dwayne. So Puffy now, that when he watches this and this man reaches the time that he needs to and let loose, she, and this is the guy telling this, y'all can go out there and see it on Vlad TV, that he's saying she immediately gets up and go into the room with Puffy. He then takes what that man had and does things with it because you have to understand. They say, well, it ain't no good. It can't. No. Man seed lasts for 3 days in a woman as long as it's still warm. It can't be dead. It can be, as long as it's warm, it's active for 3 days. So don't know what he's doing with it. The woman said he was taking it and rubbing it all over his body. But just think if he was taking it, jacking it, and then doing something with that jack, and then somehow making it himself, because the one bodyguard said he always hang around what looks like vampires. Too much. Y'all, I'm telling you, y'all, because we're dealing with sex magic at a level that we don't understand. Y'all think it's just about throwing some crystal down. No, the drugs have everybody in a state of euphoria that you're doing this with your soul, not your flesh. You went past that rotten flesh. Now everything is taking place with your soul. He gets a hold of that man stuff. Whatever he does with it, then he plants it in somebody else. Yo, we're going to hit a few things that's going, you have to look at, and when you look at that situation, then look at Cambion again and what happened. And what is he doing with that stuff? And ask the man, he like, man, one time I just faked it. He said, I was tired, I was wore out. We had been at it for 8 hours. He said, so I faked it. She went in the room again with him. He said, 30 seconds later, Puffy stuck his head back out the door. You sure you released? And I'm just keeping this clean, y'all. And he said, yeah. He said, he went back in, came right back out. Are you sure you released? He said, yeah. He said, I think I did. He said, yeah, I felt like it. He said, oh, okay. He just closed the door again. But he said he didn't. He said he was wore out. They always have ambulance, a park ambulance there, and they have IVs there at Puffy's sex parties. Because you're in the supernatural, so you're draining supernatural energy. And you have to have IVs because you had a whole nother level of playing around with this sex magic like they rose up to play at the base of Mount Sinai. Right. Y'all gotta watch what's going on. And Epstein is a maker of Cambion too. Yeah. But what they would really like to do is get Israelite blood in it. Yeah. Elijah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what Dan got involved with that at Mount Hermon, mixing it up with it. Yeah. Y'all, so we're gonna get into this. So y'all, how we gonna do this? We're gonna just hit the points of the books of Daniel that relate to the subject matter in our time. What you got, Imam?
Brother Daniel, didn't which one of those men that they said that they prefer babies, and he had black women around him, and they were so drained, they looked like they were out of it.
Not sure, Imam. It could be any Aleister Crowley, any of them.
Yes.
But y'all have to understand, they're looking at it as a supernatural event. We're looking at it like it's crazy. Oh, that's crazy talk. No, it ain't crazy talk.
Not for them.
Not for them, y'all. And like I say, that's because we do all this partial worship, you know. Worship when we feel like it. Right. No, y'all, we talking about somebody that'll cut the heart out of a baby and chew it right in front of your face.
They are dedicated and committed to their God.
Boy. Look here, we can't even get the 10 Commandments practice, can we? Yeah. Let's get some more. Mike, that temperature did it, yeah.
Talk bad about Muslims, but they committed to praying 5 times a day.
Yes, sir.
Regardless of where they at.
And see, that's why we can pray.
We can pray 100 times a day. There's 3 scheduled times, morning, noon, and evening.
Most of us won't even get the 3 scheduled.
Boy, look here, 1, we struggle. Yeah. Look, if we count down a feast of Day of Atonement, And it's only 24 hours. We count that down like our life depended on it. 23 hours, 58 minutes left to go. 58 minutes.
Staring at the clock.
And we got 4 throughout these records that did 960 hours that didn't even blink. Let's get some more, y'all. Let's get it going. Daniel chapter 1. Because this sets it up both the dream of Daniel and the dream of Nebuchadnezzar. But y'all, we're only dealing with the areas that's in our area now. We're not going back to the kings. We're into the 4th kingdom now, y'all. In the present time. So we're only going to read them from those perspectives, but we should be able to get through all of them pretty quickly. Daniel chapter 1 all.
Daniel chapter 1 verse 1. In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem, and besieged it.
So this king came to our homeland and bound us, y'all, and took us. Y'all think he did that of his own power, or do you think it was something we did that allowed him to make him come in our house and get us like Trump went and got Moderna?
There's always something we did.
Let's get some more.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand, with part of the vessels of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar, to the house of his God.
To the house of what?
Of his God. And he brought the vessels unto the treasure houses of God.
Of his God.
Of his God. And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs.
So the master of his eunuchs. So y'all eunuchs are strong men, top warriors, but a gallon of Viagra wouldn't do them no good. They're eunuchs. They're not there. They don't have any desires. They're like the angels who were the first watchers were supposed to be. Got the parts, but no desire. That's their estate. We're eunuchs. We don't mess with nothing else. We ain't got time. I don't care who you walk in front of me. It ain't going to do nothing to me. Let's get some more.
3 from the top again.
Yeah.
And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel, and the king's seed, and of the king's seed, and of the princes.
Now, all the people in Babylon, he want Israelites. Something I need here. Something about y'all. But see, that's why everybody want to be a Negro, but don't nobody want to be a Negro. You want them skills. You want that swag. You want them blessings, but when it comes down to some Rodney Kingism, some George Floydisms, some Martin Luther Kingisms, don't want none of that. Y'all keep that. Y'all can have that. Let's get some more.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Children in whom was no blemish.
Children in whom was what?
No blemish, but well favored, and skillful in all wisdom, and cunning in knowledge, and understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's place.
Palace.
And whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans.
Now, y'all see who they was looking for out of the Hebrews. We need somebody extra sharp, superior in wisdom and knowledge. Understand things. The Lord's hand is on them. We need them to teach everybody the tongue of who?
Chaldeans.
That's Babylon. These are Israelites, and what they're going to be teaching once again, like the tongue of who?
Chaldeans.
That's what he needed them for. I need your skill level and y'all God's interpretation and understanding of tongues. I need y'all for that as well. I need y'all to teach everybody the language of Babylon. Not only that, but named them after his God. Did that affect them children? Because somebody named you after their God? See, y'all, this is the importance of somebody talking about name. No, you name such and such, which means power of Yah. Now, if you get captive and they name you after their God, means puffy-like. As long as you don't do puffy-like behavior, it don't mean nothing to you.
Right.
We got government names, don't it?
Yeah.
What is that doing for us talking about these scripts now? Nothing, is it?
Nothing.
Let's get some more.
Verse 5.
Yeah. We'll tell you about it later, Emo, who Puffer-like is. Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat, and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king.
Go ahead.
Now among these were the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names.
Who gave him name?
The prince of the eunuchs gave names. For he gave unto Daniel the name of Belshazzar, and to Hananiah of Shadrach, and to Mishael of Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego.
Right. So we see how he changed the Hebrew names to his people's name.
Babylonian.
Azariah to a bad Negro. Mishael of Meshach.
Question,
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
how come they changed, their name, but left Daniel's name the same throughout all?
No,
Well, his name was, we're going to see his name changed to Belteshazzar.
Isn't that same seven?
Yeah, it says right there in 7, Daniel the name of Belshazzar.
So, y'all, he changed all the name, which means nothing to us. You can change the name.
But the point being, all through the scriptures, they say Daniel, what they call the rest of them, you know, Shadrach.
Well, so we know who it's talking about. We know his Hebrew name, but so also we keep up with the story of what they named him from their God, from their side. It's like our government name. People know us from that, but then we got the Hebrew community know us by our Hebrew name.
Right, correct.
So here's a question for you. You know, when I was coming up as a young person, they had Belteshazzar
Yeah.
on the movie thing. Yes, ma'am.
Huh? What happened?
Oh, so young lady.
Oh, hey,
Hello.
how you doing? How may I help you?
Well, I thought maybe I could help you.
With what?
Well, there's a play in town, and it's at 3 and at 7, and tomorrow at 7, and then next week it's in Ferguson, and it's called Rick in the Bible, and it's about the Funston women. I stay upstairs, by the way.
Okay, right.
And so I'm not just off the street nuts, but I'm nuts about this play.
Okay.
And the music is exquisite because guess what? It's by Alina Jackson. And you can't get any better than that. And the whole play is about real women, African American women in 1933 here in St. Louis who went on strike and appealed to the mayor who settled the strike. And I won't tell you what happened, but you'll be happy, let's put it that way.
Well, if you will, this class goes to about 5, so if you're still here, we'll touch base with you then and get a little bit more information.
Well, I'm going out to the 3 o'clock show.
Oh, okay. Will you have any correspondence with you?
Well, if you look at the Metro Theater on Washington and near Compton in their website,
Yeah.
that's where it is this weekend. Next weekend, it's at something like St.
Yeah, we'll get it. Once we find the first one, we'll get the second and third.
I'm sorry?
I say once we find the first location, we'll get the rest of it.
That's true too,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
The producer company is Brennan Roses.
Okay.
And they were just at the History Museum last week. And next week it's in Ferguson at, I want to say, St. Peter's and Divine Episcopal.
Okay. Well, okay, so thank you very much for the information. We'll look it up.
I have no idea who I interrupted, but.
No, we just our weekly Sabbath service, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just gonna continue on, but thanks for the information, and if it's a lot of historical information about
The actor who plays the pastor.
Yeah.
All right.
Outstanding.
Okay, all right, thank you very much for the invite.
He sings.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see what kind of skill levels he got, yeah.
I'm sorry.
We'll check it out.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Good.
All right, let's get it, y'all. Where we at?
Verse 8.
And y'all, what she's speaking of is some plays going on about the struggle in back in the day with the Hebrew women, civil rights and cisgender. But back in the day, just a little bit of history, y'all. It's not technically what we own, and we may look at what they ain't talking about nothing, but y'all is talking about struggle here. Yeah. So it's talking about some of the things we're going through, the struggle. So y'all, we understand, y'all. That's like I say, if they ain't against us, they what? For us, right? So just a little bit of knowledge on everything about the struggle, like we read about the struggles in Egypt Y'all, we ain't chasing nothing else. Let's get some more.
The book of Daniel, chapter 1, verse 8.
Yeah.
But Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself.
Now, if we look at this and read verse 5 again for me. Y'all read, we're going to hold on the verse he just read. What was that, verse 7? Verse 8?
Verse 8.
So we're going to hold on verse 8. Just read verse 5 again.
And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king.
So this is what we're looking at right now. If it's the king's meat, that number one jam we hear on the Hebrew One show, ain't eating no swine, is about this exact situation right here. The exact situation, but are they eating the king's meat in verse 5, or is it something that said, if you do and worship me, I'm going to feed you. I'm going to give you my wine at my table. Because it don't make sense in verse 8 for him to say, I'm not going to do it for the king's meat. So what happened was the king just putting it out. If you do this, I got you for 3 years. Wine, you eat from my table. Well, what's on his table is abomination. So y'all, we're going to get a lot of understanding of that. So I just wanted y'all to look at verse 5 and verse 8 and make sure it's written the same way like Genesis 1 where it say Adam was created, Adam and Eve on the 6th day. But chapter 2 is an overview of 1. So you understand 2 is explaining 1 just like this verse 8 is explaining verse 5. Daniel like, no man, what are you doing? What are he saying? He done got us up in here, changed our name, and now he want us to eat his meat, to seal the deal. You know why, Elisha? Because people saying, you got them Hebrews in charge of everything. They ain't with us.
Because
they don't eat your meat, king.
Because at this particular time, they were appointed in governing.
Yes, sir.
They were like mayors of cities.
Mayors, governors, councilmen. So they were in the hierarchy of established.
They had
Babylon. Boy, you all right? What's up? What's up?
Good, a little bit.
Yeah, then you say just a little bit. Yeah, all right, y'all. Just gotta fix that hole in his lip. I do that every now and then too. You didn't get nothing on your clothes, did you say? No. Let's get some more. Go ahead. What you got over there, too,
Acts 52, Zach Zion says, Shalom, family. This is Israel from the Holy Land. Please pray for us. Bombs have been falling all day.
Oh, man.
We praying big time.
Go ahead. What else she saying?
Well, we know, I think she's saying, Yah will protect us. Todah, Rabbah, all praise.
Y'all, do y'all understand what it's like? It's one thing we hear drive-by shooting over here.
But
when you watch a cruise missile fly by and hit its target, and it shake everything and make an earthquake that you ain't never felt before in your life, a real one. That whole building is rumbling. Then, y'all, they're sleeping with their clothes on and their shoes over there. You got to be ready to hit the bomb. And it's just, some of them be false alarms, but you can't take no chance. And that's in our holy land, y'all. It's being trodden underfoot. And it ain't been stumped on yet. It's finna get Miry stumped on. It's finna get soggy and muddy up in there, y'all. It's finna be like the muddy Mississippi up in there.
Yes, sir.
Let's get some more of this, y'all. Verse 9.
Verse 9. Now Yahweh had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs.
So they like that. They like, man, you so cool. You know, we like, because they see that spirit on you. You know what I'm saying, Elisha? So they like, man, we know it's something about you. It's something about you, full boy. And when you look at that video of that I ain't eating no swine, if y'all look at them young boys, because some writers say Daniel was about 16 or 17 when they went down in there. But you see, the video is so good that it got them as young boys, and you can see them set apart. No blemishes on them. They're handsome, strapping young men. Like myself when I was but a youth. Let's get some more, y'all. Go ahead.
So many jokes. I see that.
Let's get some more. Go ahead.
Verse 10.
Yeah.
And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who has appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse liking than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king.
So the eunuch saying, look, I bring y'all food. If I don't bring y'all food and y'all start to look skinny in the face, jaws sunk in, he say, they're going to put me to death.
That's what he said.
Let's see what Daniel said. Go ahead.
Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah.
Now you see after their names would change, but then we get language where they give them back their Hebrew name. Yo, we just got to be multitasking with what's going on with the Bible, knowing what part is saying which part is what. Go ahead, brother.
Prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat.
So 10 days.
And water to drink. Then let your countenance be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of thy children that eat of the portion of the king's meat. And as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he consented to them in this matter and proved them 10 days.
So you at verse 14, right?
Yeah.
So now, modern day religion, because they teach the Bible from feel-good scriptures, there's been a movement that's running with this, and they take from what we read, verse 1 to 14, and call it the Daniel fast. And you ask, where did you get that from? It's a 10-day fast in the Bible. Well, that 10-day fast, the only problem is they gained weight.
They was eating.
They didn't lose weight.
They
Not only that, but they eating.
They wasn't eating the king.
But this is how easy it is for somebody just to grab something out of the Bible and turn it into a money-making or off-balance thought process of what's happening here with Daniel. This ain't got nothing to do with him losing weight. He's telling the eunuch telling him, man, you cannot lose weight. My life is on the line if y'all drop down, if y'all don't eat the king's meat.
I'm in Bible class.
I'm getting better. He told me I'm getting better.
I'm getting better. Let's read some more.
Call me back.
Come on.
Call you back, son, dude.
Let's run some read.
Paw.
Yeah.
Where am I at?
Verse 14, 13.
No, I'm on 15.
15.
Yes, sir.
Verse 15. And at the end of 10 days, their countenance, no, I was on 14. So he consented to them in the day,
Yeah, let's just do 14, move it on, yeah.
so he consented to them in this matter and proved them 10 days. And at the end of 10 days, their countenance appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat.
So it said their flesh looked more full. This ain't got nothing to do, so some will take this seat. That's why we shouldn't be eating meat. Oh, this ain't got nothing to do with no vegetarian diet either, or vegan diet.
No.
It has nothing to do with that. What this is talking about is the saving of someone's life that is behind the 8 ball based on what you put in your body. And the care for Daniel, you know what Daniel could have said? Man, I don't care nothing about that. That's your king. Ain't got nothing to do with me. But when you looking at somebody's life, because look, he's a eunuch of Babylon and he's showing them favor.
Right.
So should I look at him now like, man, that's on you, player?
No, man.
I'm an Israelite. You supposed to be doing this stuff. Die Babylonian. No. Our God don't treat nobody like that, because what it is to show you the Most High's mercy even through captivity.
Yes, sir.
That we in. Because he do it for us.
Yes, sir.
And this ain't put that man over him. They already in a power position in corporate Babylon. They in corporate Babylon.
But this also is a testimony.
Yes, sir.
And it brings this man unto the understanding and belief of Messiah.
Yeah.
Because when he sees this, then that's evidence to him that our God is God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Say it again, Elijah.
It's evidence that our God is God. And so he's more likely to worship our God and not worship the king and his image and bow to his meats and his dainties.
And y'all see what we getting, y'all, why we're going to tie it in the Revelation, cause the Antichrist going to require everybody to eat that meat. And he ain't worried about you losing weight then. Let's see if things gonna be popping out lies of the Antichrist died. Have y'all heard of the new Antichrist died?
Remember how they was trying to get people, they stopped calling it swine and pork, they call it the other white meat.
The other white, absolutely, like.
The other white meat.
That's that McDonald's meat.
Too much.
You already eating that.
Yes, sir. Brother in the chat, Yahweh Ben Israel asked, what is post in the Bible?
Post, like, go ahead, Emo. Tell them what that post
Let
is.
mom tell.
Posts are vegetables.
Yeah.
It could be it could be seeds, it could be anything that you grow. All but meat.
It says right here, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I thought you were done, I'm sorry. It says Daniel and his companions refused to defile themselves with the rich food and wine of the king and asked for posts. Daniel 1:12, it says, or vegetables, herbs.
Did Emo just say it though, did you? Go ahead, yeah.
Herbs or vegetables grown from seeds, not necessarily leguminous grains.
There you go.
Okay.
The second word is in Emo, that's all.
Mama D.
Mama D has some?
Oh, yes, that's the only meat that they haven't done 3D and everything else, but the chicken and the beef, they've done the 3D.
Exactly.
But the pork hasn't, they haven't even touched the pork.
Wow.
It's already bad.
They have not.
Already bad.
It's already bad.
It's already trash.
Right.
And Brother Daniel?
Yes, ma'am.
We've been finding out, and what we brought in you, that your seeds are one of your best. Give an example. Brazilian nuts are high in psyllium,
Yeah.
and which helps the brain.
Yeah.
Gives an extra boost to the brain.
Uh-huh.
Those are things like pulse.
And you know, Emo, what it is though, it ain't just eating the post, it's the faith in eating that.
Yeah.
You know, if he could have said, tell you what, we're gonna eat cotton candy for 10 days.
And it still would have been the same.
And look, we're gonna be smiling at the end of them 10 days, face fair and looking like we just and enjoy the screaming eagle. See, it's not about the product itself, it's the obedience and discipline to it.
Right.
It's like Jeremiah 35 when they talk about the Rechabites. Total another tribe that's going to sit at the tables in Jerusalem. Because it said their die-hard stance, their unwaverable, unshakable allegiance to their father, never to let wine hit their lips, even if it came from King David, even in a righteous position. They said, this is the righteous king. They said, we told our father we'll never drink wine. We don't care who pour it in the cup.
That's it.
The Almighty said, that's the type of love I'm talking about to the Father.
Obedience over sacrifice.
Obedience over sacrifice. That's what I'm talking about. It ain't about sitting at this table. It's about what we agreed to, and we ain't changing our ways. Y'all get into some Jeremiah 35. Y'all understand what I'm talking about, the Rechabites. And tell me what tribe they came from. Let's get some more.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink, and gave them posts. As for the 4 children, Yahweh gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom. And Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. Now at the end of the days that the king had said he should bring them in, then the prince of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar. And the king communed with them. And among them all was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, and Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king, and in all matters of wisdom and understanding that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better.
How many times?
10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers that were in all his realm. And Daniel continued even until the first year of King Cyrus.
So y'all, how this four kingdom statutes about while we're moving through is just the kingdoms, y'all. We're moving through them. And you see chapter 2 go to the next king, y'all, but we're only going to touch on the parts that mirrors the Antichrist era. forcing us to eat, y'all, because that's what the Antichrist gonna do. Unless you got the mark, the only thing you're gonna be able to eat is pork. That's all we selling unmarked people. That's gonna start out like that. And then he's gonna require that you take the mark and eat it, or we're gonna kill you. See, they already know about the test of us, putting the meat in front of us and testing us with food. But y'all, it's going to work for the unbelievers because they ain't going to know how to live off the spiritual bread. Give us our daily bread. That's why we say that prayer every day, every night. We should. Give us our daily bread so that we have sufficiency so when that time comes, we won't be stuck trying to figure out, well, can you put some barbecue sauce on it? And sometimes, the barbecue sauce are overpowering. And is that cool if I eat it like that? No. There'll be no compromising with the devil. He's a double crosser. Let's get some more of that. Daniel chapter 2, y'all. We rolling through them like that. Only a few verses, only dealing with the mirror image of the Antichrist. We're looking at iniquity doth already work. And what we're getting is our homework on how to get prepared for a day that could be tomorrow morning. Y'all, we just got the report from the homeland, y'all. And I don't think we just truly understand what we're saying because we hear. And we call this the belly of the beast. But if a cruise missile went right through there and hit them two houses and that mushroom cloud blow all the windows out of here, everybody's.
It's a whole different thing. See, that's what I say. It's easy to say what we can do and what we will do and won't do, and it ain't happening. It's a whole nother situation when it's happening.
Yes, sir. Like,
it's actually going down.
Like, wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, run to the bomb shelter, you and all the children. Sirens go off, come back, lay back down for 20 minutes. There they go again, you're up running again. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But here what we got, y'all, I'm not saying life can be taken here, but when you're talking about a chaotic time in your life, when you're watching scriptures go down and bombs are flying. Bombs are flying, y'all.
Bro, when I was in the military, my short stint, I was in field artillery, combat. Now, mind you, we trained for war. That's what our job was.
Yeah.
Train for war. When we were in bivouacking and going through an exercise one trip, where we marching down through this valley. Now they tell us ahead of time, when you reach a certain point, they're going to shoot CS gas. Do what you've been preparing for. The whole, training. I literally watched half a platoon take off running, throw down their M16 and go running.
What was their hightail?
Man, me and my partner that I was marching with, we fell down crying laughing. Drill sergeants losing their minds, going crazy because they're like, damn it, what the heck? Cats. And what it showed me was you can be prepared as much as you want to when it ain't happening.
Yeah.
Right.
But when it's going down, it's a whole different ball game.
Whole different ball game.
Just like you can talk tough if you sitting on the porch.
Yeah.
You jump your ass off that porch and get in the streets and see what time it is then.
Put me in the game, coach.
Put me in the game, coach. Yeah,
Or you be like,
yeah.
I'm going
out the game, coach.
When I went through it, I thought I was tough. I was in there holding my breath. And then they said, say your social security number backwards. It was over.
Boy. They don't play, do they? So y'all, before we hit January 2, there's some explanation about that meat and swine that we want to get understanding. It ain't so much that you're not eating swine. It's obedience over sacrifice. If they told you, look, the king required you eat 2 slices of lamb every day is called King's Land. It's the same thing, y'all. It don't matter because it's legal. It's what he's requiring you to do to acknowledge me that I'm your provider. If it ain't for me, you don't eat.
Right.
That's what was trying to be put on Daniel. Go ahead. What you got over there?
It was about the same thing when I was in service. They had us in this little room, and everybody just sitting there chilling and talking, and think they gave us a little food or whatever. Then all of a sudden, these little things come through the door, and everything.
Tear gas everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Everybody took off running.
Yeah, that's how they had us.
Well, look here, y'all. Look, ain't no need us. Like I was saying, if a bomb hit there and blow these windows out, everybody in this room will be hightailing it to Barnes because it's going to be third-degree cotton poisoning for all of us. Our shots will shoot up our rear end so far, it'll be up in our gallbladder area, and it can only take a surgeon that'll be able to pull them back out. Because you ain't seeing no tornado, you ain't seeing no storm. This is an explosion from a bomb. We're going to be hollering, get out, get out. Or have us be sounding like Arnold Schwarzenegger, get out, get out. Let's get some more of this.
Where we gonna go though? Our cars is gonna get explosion.
Look, we're going to run off and leave them, boy. Go ahead.
We're gonna be running down here.
Get out. Let's get some more, y'all. Book of Barnabas, y'all, before we get to Daniel 2, because we want to explain what Moses said about eating swine, y'all, because the kingdom of heaven is not about meat and drinks, but there's an order for it. And when we see that why he really told us to eat, it's about obedience over sacrifice. It ain't got nothing to do with the meat. Let's get it. We're in the book of Barnabas, y'all, in the lost books. If y'all got it, it's not too bad. I got it up on the screen. Okay. Or y'all mark it in your notes that you have to get this. The lost books of Barnabas. Here you go, Elijah. The lost books of Barnabas. You start at chapter 19 there.
Oh, it's 19? I thought it said
what is that?
9,
chapter 9. Okay, yeah.
That's what you want
you got it? Chapter 9.
Characteristics of.
Yeah. So we just don't get right to it, but what we're going to do is read 15 down, let you know why it's a righteous thing. It's not so much the animal that's doing it, because he don't want us figuring we have to depend on that for us to survive. We got to eat spiritual food, like manna bread that came from heaven. Well, let's get it. Pick it up, Zeb, about, I tell you what, 1 through, 3, and then we're going to jump down to 15.
Book of Barnabas.
Book of Barnabas, chapter 9.
Verse 1.
And y'all, so that we get a good understanding that it ain't so much about, it's about the meat, but it ain't about the meat. It's about obedience. And when you understand why that meat was chosen, then you understand the obedience even more. Because some people think, none of Messianics, if I don't eat no pork, I'm still good. No, you ain't. You don't believe in the Messiah. You might as well be eating dog dung if you don't believe in the Messiah. Don't care what kind of deer meat you eat. Don't care what kind of righteous fish you eat. It's a lost cause. All it is turd material. Let's get some more.
Book of Barnabas, chapter 9, verse 1.
What it say?
But why did Moses say, ye shall not eat of the swine, neither the eagle, nor the hawk, nor the crow, nor any fish that has not scales upon him? Answer, that in the spiritual sense he comprehended 3 doctrines that were to be gathered before this, besides which he says unto them in the book of Deuteronomy, and I will give my statutes unto the people, this people. Wherefore it is not the command of God that they should not eat of these things, but Moses in the spiritual spake unto them.
Moses said what? In the what?
In the spirit spake unto them.
So y'all have to understand, Moses is not talking about fleshly swine, in a sense. He is, but he ain't. He wants you to get above carnal meat. Let's get some more.
Basically, like when Christ said, cast not thy pearls before swine.
Yes, sir. And not only that, Acts 10th chapter, though, Peter rise, kill, and eat. Right. And they was thinking I'm eating unclean meat, but it had nothing to do with unclean meat. It was talking about Cornelius was going to come in. Get him to come and break down the word to him. Go ahead, Zed. What you at? Verse what?
Verse 3.
Yeah.
Now the soul he forbade them to eat, meaning thus much, thou shalt not join thyself to such persons as are like unto swine.
See, we can't join ourselves unto people that are like swine. See, Nebuchadnezzar was like swine, so the first thing Daniel and them thinking is, we can't mess with him. He's in the mire. You know, he wants to be God. Go ahead, what else to say?
Who, whilst they live in pleasure, forget their God.
While they live in pleasure, they do what?
Forget their God.
Notice what he wanted Daniel to do. Eat the meat, bro, and we'll be okay. You'll be favored with the king. Go ahead.
But when any want pinches them, then they know the Lord. As the soul when she is full knows not her master. But when she is hungry, she makes a noise, and being again fed is silent.
So it's saying this is what it's compared to. It's like a swine. As long as you feeding it, it's cool. You know, it'll forget who feeding him. It'll forget who his master is. It said like manner. If Nebuchadnezzar had started feeding Daniel their food, they would have forgot about Yah. They forgot about the Messiah because they said, I have another provider.
Right.
See, but where they get this copycat at is because David, when you read in 2 Samuel, when he first took the kingdom, the first thing Daniel did was gave every man and woman a mess of meat
provisions
and flagons of wine.
Her package.
So, but David didn't give it to him to worship him. Y'all understand what we're saying? He didn't give it to him to worship him. Now, y'all, I'm the king. Y'all worship me. I just gave y'all. No, David said this is what the gospel is like. Everybody starts off, everybody get a piece.
Right.
Just like everybody, was given the opportunity to put lamb over their doorpost. If you didn't have it, your neighbor gave you some of the blood to put up all portion of the lamb for that. But everybody always ate, unless you blew your stuff, so to speak. But go ahead, read some more of that.
You want to go down to 15?
Yeah. Now, what verse you stop at?
I stopped at 3.
You stopped at 3. Let's see where we said we was going to go. Barnabas 9. Right, verse 3. And then we're going to jump down to 15, that same chapter, but verse 15, because he's going to explain it from the spiritual side. And you're going to see the obedience that Daniel and them said. See, because that meat could have been lamb. But because it's coming with that mindset of, because Daniel had just told him, look, he said your God is God. Now he want to be God that quick. Daniel interpreted his dream, so yeah, I'm on y'all team now, but as soon as the dream get interpreted, now I'm back to in the swine. I'm back to in the mire. Next thing I know, I'm asking y'all, now I'm finna build a statue, bow down. Didn't I just interpret the dream for you? And you back at this again? So we're going to get to the chapters of where we see, we ain't going to read, but we're going to see where the Most High then had to just break him all the way down and made him eat grass like an ox. Let's get some more. Running on 15 is only a few verses.
Verse 15.
Yeah.
Here you have the law concerning meat perfectly set forth, and according to the true knowledge of it.
Read that verse 15 again for me, Zed.
Here you have the law concerning meat perfectly set forth, and according to the true knowledge of it.
So it said it's a law. You see how law is always their spiritual or carnal license? Yes, go ahead.
But says Moses, ye shall eat all that divideth the hoof and cheweth the cud, signifying thereby such an one as having taken his food knows him that nourisheth him.
Knows him that done what?
That nourishes him. And resting upon him, rejoicing in him.
This the whole thing. If you don't understand why you don't eat swine, even if you eat beef, if you ain't got this understanding about it, you're off point. You just see something and say, well, I don't like that, but I like that meat. Anybody can do that. But if you don't understand why he tells you what to eat and what not, it's to build your spiritual man first. Obedience. Because anybody, look, we have people just show up at feast days, want their lives, ain't caring nothing about what we do. Don't know to turn to the east, ain't putting the bones where they supposed to be, just eating and guzzling wine. Notice, swallow wine where the meat at. See, the whole mindset is the King Nebuchadnezzar will get it.
Right.
You boys come on in here. Next we're going to have a puffy party, but here's the wine and meat. You eat the wine and meat, you get to enjoy at the puffy party.
But see, these people that do that don't understand that 1 Corinthians 11 is
Yeah.
that they eat and drink to their own destruction.
To their own what license?
To their own destruction. So when you have a mindset and you come into a feast of the Most High that's supposed to be about peace and love,
Yeah.
and you bring that mindset of disobedience,
Yeah.
then you eat and drink to your own destruction.
It ain't hurting us. Don't think you hurting
You
us.
ain't hurting us at all. But you're going to be held accountable.
If you think you fooling the Most High.
Right. Because he's going to play that back to you come judgment. And your whole mindset when you did it. Because you have to have a mindset to even operate like
Yes,
that.
sir. Verse 16.
Verse 17.
Verse 17.
Verse 17. And this he spake well, having respect to the commandment.
Having respect to what?
To the commandment. What therefore is it that he says? That we should hold fast to them that fear the Most High, with those who meditate on the commandment of the word which they have received in their heart.
Received it where?
In their heart. With those that declare the righteous judgments of the Lord and keep his commandments.
Notice how this is. I don't care what book we read, Old, New Testament, Lost book, it says keep saying, keep his commandments. Too bad we're going to run that out. Verse 18.
In short, with those who know that to meditate is a work of pleasure, and therefore exercise themselves in the word of the Most High.
Y'all see that? Read that again, Zed.
In short, with those who know that to meditate is a work of pleasure, and therefore exercise themselves in the word of the Most High.
And y'all understand why Psalms are so powerful? That David meditated continuously, meditating on the law and on situations, precepts. Go ahead, what else it say? Verse 19.
But why might they eat those that cleave the hoof? Because the righteous liveth in this present world, but his expectation is fixed upon the other. See,
so now what you said just right there, our expectation is fixed on the other, the resurrection. What's to come? We're not worried about this carnal meat. If we get to the resurrection, meat is the least of our worries. Go ahead.
See, brethren, how admirably Moses commanded these things. But how should we thus know all this and understand it? We, therefore, understanding aright the commandments, speak as the Most High would have us. Wherefore he has circumcised our ears and our hearts, that we might know these things.
Y'all see what had to be circumcised? Our ears and our heart. We have to hear righteousness. We have to lock in on righteousness, y'all, so we understand what the Most High is saying about it. It ain't just about no diet. Right. Because we don't own no meat markets. If we don't go to Sula Market because they cut swine and we go to the Arab store, what if they done prayed over that good meat? Right. We don't know that. Did we ask when we go in there? You Arabs, sons of Ishmael. Ain't no moon god praying over this lamb, has it been? Because I ain't going to have it. I ain't going to spend my money in an establishment. Yeah,
and
right.
if he tell you no, all you can go by is his word.
That's all you can go by.
You don't know if he's lying or not.
And you know he's probably lying like they always do in the liquor store everywhere.
Hell yeah.
Yes. No blade, no moon god.
It's like at the Chinese restaurant, I asked him about the Buddha statue. He said, oh, that's just a statue.
Yeah.
Then why is all these incense and money around it?
Yes, sir. Well, look, and all they saying is, unless you believe it.
Yeah, that's what it boils down.
If you don't get out of here. See, what they do is they let you know, but y'all, this is what we got to do. It's just like the ingredients on stuff. We can read the ingredients. No pork, no catfish ingredients at all. Who manufactured that? Right. So we have to trust that, don't we, Elijah? Yeah. But because they could be lying to us, that's why no poisonous thing that hit us, like Mark 16 chapter say. No matter what we eat, if it's deception to get us to eat it, it will have no effect on us. That's right. At all. What you got, sister? Is it about this? Huh?
God knows the heart of everybody and what they do and what they eat, even if people lie and manipulate.
Shalom, bro. Yeah, absolutely. But what we're talking about is law and understanding. Shalom, y'all. Shalom, y'all. When he knows your heart is because he measures it by how well you keep the commandments. It's the only way he knows your heart. It's not that you don't know anything, but he just says, I know you're going to do right. Well, when it says do right, there has to be a list of what do right means.
Right. And
so you know how to do right and don't do wrong. Right. So when he knows the heart of man, they've been doing either right or they've been doing wrong.
That's right. And it's judged accordingly.
And it's judged accordingly. Yes, sir.
So that's why we pray over our food before we eat it, in the case that something may be tampered with.
Yes, sir.
Or sabotage in any way. Most High will clear it of that, long as is what's on that plate is of the acceptable diet.
Yeah.
You know, the dietary law. Then he will cleanse it. But he ain't going to cleanse disobedience.
No, he ain't going to cleanse it, Elijah. That's what we're talking about.
Keep your
eating
heart
the king's meat. He can't clean it to eat the king's meat so you can survive.
Keep your heart right.
Let's get it, y'all. We got to speed this up, y'all. Chapter 2 of Daniel. And we just hitting on the portions, Antichrist, verse 17 through 23. Y'all, we're going to run these real quick. All the rest of them are like 4 or 5 verses. Daniel chapter 2, verse 17.
Daniel chapter 2, verse 17. Then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, his companions, that they would desire mercies of Elohim of heaven concerning this secret. That Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon.
Because all the wise men was going to get destroyed because they couldn't answer the king's dream.
Right.
See, remember we said the first 6 chapters of Daniel was about the king having dreams. King Nebuchadnezzar. 7 through 12 is about Daniel. So this king is having another dream, can't get it understood. So, his sorcerers and magicians been living lavishly and ain't been putting in no work.
Right.
Doing basic tricks, that we do. Basic tricks. He like, no, I'm killing everybody unless y'all tell me what I dreamed. Y'all been on the payroll and ain't been putting in no work. Let's get some more.
Verse 19. Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in the night vision.
What kind of vision?
Night vision. Then Daniel blessed the Elohim of heaven. Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of Yahweh forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding.
Hold it right there, Elijah. Just turn to 7 and 25 for me. Because see, we just read in 21, the Most High changes times and seasons. He removed his kings and set up kings. He giveth wisdom. It says it's an absolute. He don't guess at it. Right. He can do these things. Now hit 7 and 5 and see what the Antichrist gonna do, because we keep chasing.
7:5 or 7:25?
7:25. Because the people keep thinking that the Antichrist have the power that we just read right here.
There's one big word.
Yes, sir.
That's different from that verse and this one.
Yes, sir.
Verse 25 of Daniel chapter 7. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Against who?
The Most High. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High. And think.
Do what, Elisha?
Think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of a time.
So, y'all, he just thinking to change the time. Just like y'all, they going to think to change the times back on March the 8th, called Daylight Savings Time.
Right.
They just going to come back. The time is just going like it is. All they doing, they was maneuvering it for like, say, work, so children won't be out early in the morning on bus stop, or work starting the time because there's lesser sunlight in the winter months. Understand all that. But he ain't changed no time. You can think by it's called daylight saving time, it ain't changed because Phoenix time don't change.
No.
Phoenix, Arizona is the same time all year
All
round.
year round.
So what he's doing is he's just trying to make you think I got power to do what we just read in verse 5, Elisha.
And that's why I'm always trying to get the brethren who's so geeked about the calendar of Enoch and Jubilees is that one day, 365 versus 364 does not change the Most High's time
At all.
or seasons. I don't know how difficult that or how simplistic it can be.
Making Elisha more harder than it should be when it says this
It's
is
not
not
hard,
great.
man. Just an addition of a few hours
Yeah.
is throwing you for a loop
Yeah.
that you can't celebrate feast days properly?
Yeah.
Or you kidding me?
Or do you really want to do them? You wouldn't have that much trouble going to your doctor.
But
find out what's
the
in
pagan
network
days,
or out of network.
you know the pagan days,
Yeah.
when they coming up,
Yes, they do.
the day they start,
Yeah.
the day they finish,
Yes, sir.
what you need to do to be in alignment with it.
Yeah.
But the Most High days, because a heathen said there's 365 days a year that done thrown you for a loop. Now you on some spring equinox shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because look, you're looking for look, they're saying the deception is caused by misunderstanding. Because you're not a believer. See, like we said, Elisha, if you had read him instead of just going to that verse, talking about the Antichrist, if we'd have read, it's impossible for him to do what the Most High is doing in verse 5. It's saying he's going to imitate that, but he's just going to be thinking and talking about it. It's like the Sabbath. Ain't no calendar in the world got the 7th day of the week on Sunday. Every calendar in the world, Saturday is still the 7th day of the week. There's no every calendar in this world, the first day of the week starts on Sunday. Now, you can go worship on Sunday. That's legal. But if in your mind you think it's the Sabbath, like you're thinking to change time, they're thinking to change the Sabbath to Sunday worship and call it the Sabbath. That's a thought process, though. Because it's not listed anywhere else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every calendar they got still say Sunday. It's the first day of the week. It has nothing to do with certain things. You're getting caught up, y'all.
Yeah, and that's all. And I'm like, even on the heathen's calendar, and this is why you can't say Satan made you do nothing.
Right.
Because he will even acknowledge
Yeah.
the Most High are 20 times a day.
Yes, sir.
He'll put them on the calendar.
Yeah.
He'll put the cycle of the moon on the calendar.
Ain't they on the calendar like
They on the calendar.
Oh, we just didn't know what they was. We like, what's
attention.
these half moons like? I thought it had something to do with Lucky Charms.
He can't be an accuser unless you know you doing something wrong.
Right. Let's get it, y'all. Got to move on. What you got, sis?
God is not the author of confusion.
Not at all.
Not at all. So there's no way, shape, form. And the only way it's not confusing for you is read what he say, I require you to do, and do it. And precept upon precept. Once you do that, you are in line with the Most High. But if you start playing games like this and let somebody think to tell you what's going to happen, they are thinking that. They can't change the day no more than Satan can change December the 25th to Christmas Day. You know why? Because dedication will fall on the 25th. So who got control?
It has.
And it has 2 years ago, didn't it,
Yes,
Elisha?
yes.
So who got control of the 25th now? Look, the world is still thinking, because we had Hebrews thinking, man, what y'all doing, celebrating Christmas on the low? Oh, because you don't know about dedication. And you running the lunar calendar, you still don't know when that day is. Get out of here. Let's keep moving, y'all. We got to get caught up.
Okay, verse 22.
Yeah.
What?
Daniel chapter 2, verse 22.
Daniel chapter 2, verse 22.
Yes, sir.
He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. I thank thee and praise thee, O Elohim of my fathers, who has given me wisdom and might, and has made known unto me now what we desire of thee. For thou hast now made known unto us the king's matter.
So, y'all, we're going to hold it. Y'all read in between. We're going to get right back down to the meat of it. Y'all read everything in between. We're going to get right down to verse. Oh, is that it for that? Yeah, that's it for that. We're going to Daniel chapter 3. So, y'all, all we're talking about is Antichrist, because he's going to think to change the time and law. He's going to change the daily sacrifice. But, y'all, he's only changing it for those that believe in his game process. If you believe him, then you will go with him and change with him. But it's not going to change the standard. All he wants is disobedience. You see it right there, you ain't supposed to do it, and yet you do it anyway. Like, once again, ain't nothing wrong with worshiping on the first day of the week that they call Sunday. Nothing is wrong. 7 days a week is good. But you cannot make Sunday the Sabbath day.
Amen.
You cannot even call it that. Just say, dog, look, I understand the Sabbath, y'all, and we just start our week. Because if they understood that, Elisha, they would be in line because they don't go to church on Saturday. They would be off on the rest day, so to speak. They would be at home resting.
Right.
But because they think to change the Sabbath, they rest on that day and do everything on the Sabbath day.
Right.
So it just got them flipped.
I done had people, I tell them, well, Sunday is the first day of the week. No, it's not. No, it's not. And they look at the camera and be like,
They're like, damn, yes, it is.
It is.
See, that's a thought process to make you think the Sabbath is on a Sunday. They ain't changed one word. It's
they
just
changed your mind.
say something to you.
They changed your mind.
That's all he seeks to do is change your mindset.
Like Satan did Eve.
Yep.
That's it.
What has God told you? Oh!
A little bit of doubt, a little bit of leaven the whole lump.
Let's get some more of this, y'all. Daniel chapter 3, verse 23 through 30. We got about, we got a good half hour.
23.
22. 22, I'm sorry, Zeb. Daniel chapter 3, verse 22. And y'all, we're going through Nebuchadnezzar's dream. So now, this dream is where he coming is. He's setting up his statue. And want everybody to bow down to it now. He say when y'all see the statue, just picture like the Statue of Liberty. It just come on like how, like when they used to turn the TV off back in the day. And the Statue of Liberty just be there. And when you hear that music, that Statue of Liberty music playing, get down on your kneecaps.
But when you heard that music, you know TV finna
You
go
know
off.
it's finna go off.
Right.
Time to get in the bed.
When you hear that music of sack button psaltery from the statue of the four kingdoms, he say bow down. Let's get some more. Now notice this statue is the same imitator of Ephesians 6 and 9. The helmet of salvation, the breastplate, feet shod with righteousness. This is the copycat.
Oh, counterfeit armor.
Counterfeit armor. It can't help you. It's crazy. And then we have people trying to make it work. It's as crazy as trying to bend a rock. Go ahead, try it. Go ahead.
Wait, the armor of God is not real?
No, we're talking about this armor. But Ephesians 6 and 9 is the armor of God.
Right.
It's the real deal because it covers the soul,
Right.
not the flesh. He's talking about covering your dying flesh.
That's right.
Which one you going to choose? What's dying or what's living? Let's get some more. Yes, sir.
Daniel chapter 3, verse 22.
What it say? Y'all read 1 through 21.
Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
So he basically said, I'm throwing y'all in the fire if y'all won't bow down. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego say, we're not bowing down. They said, get the fire hot. They said, matter of fact, throw them special logs in
Make
there.
it 10 times hotter.
Yes,
no, 7 times.
7 times hotter. It's like regular briquettes that, them regular ones we buy, and then matchlight. Yeah. Boy, matchlight will let you have it. Matchlight let me have it. Boy, had me looking like an alien. Took all my eyebrows off. I'll never use matchlight again. Let's get some more. I'm talking about then burned them off and had it looking a different color, so it was looking like,
Like ass.
it's like ass on my eyebrows. They're like, man, is you saying I thought you said Let's get some more.
Verse 23. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down and bound unto the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake and said unto his counselors, Did not we cast three men bound in the midst of the fire?
Yes, sir.
They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see four men loose, walking in the midst of the fire.
Where were they walking?
In the midst of the fire. And they have no hurt.
No what?
No hurt. And the form of the fourth is like the Son of God.
Who is it like?
The Son of God.
Y'all see how that's capitalized? Go ahead.
And Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth, come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of fire.
Now he's scared. Now he asking them, if y'all be the Most High God, because he want to see, is this who delivering y'all? Is y'all the same people, or is this an illusion?
Right.
Go ahead.
And the princes, governors, and captains, and kings, and counselors, being gathered together, saw these men, upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was an hair of their heads singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire came past on them.
Passed on them. So y'all look, no smell of smoke. Somebody could have some glaucoma medicine, put it out, wind out, and you can still be locked in their clothes. Locked in the house on the wall, but I'm talking about a fiery furnace with thick, dark smoke, burning hard, a higher fire than they ever done made. And you can really, no, smell like game, heavenly game. Let's get some more.
28. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
What did he say then?
Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who have sent his angels and delivered his servants that trusted in him.
That did what?
That trusted in him. And have changed the king's word and yielded their bodies that they might not serve nor worship any God except their own God.
He said this was that it changed that they wouldn't worship no other God. See, them kings understood that, Elijah.
Yeah.
But how long did it last? It lasted about as long as Trump's
minute.
lips moving. How you know when Trump lying? His lips is moving. So this lasted as long as that before he gave it right back up. And look, every nation has done that. Cyrus the Persian did it. This nation has done it. It's called Public Law 97-280. It says the Bible is the official word of God, and we dealing with it. So it don't matter what wickedness they do. It's just a vow that came out of their mouth, and now it's judgment time about that. Because if he judges us off what come out of our mouth, it comes out of our mouth. It don't matter that if you think they playing games. You don't play games with the Most High. You play that, then it's going to be put on the table then.
Most High said if he punished his own children, that's how much more he shall punish those which are not his children.
Yes, sir. What verse?
Verse 29.
Okay.
Therefore I make a decree that every people, nation, and language which speak anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other God that can deliver after this sort.
And notice they said after this sort, to deliver a man from the gates of death, from hellfire, they would live. None of these magicians is doing that.
And not only that, the men who threw them in there, they were burned up.
And they burned up. Look, because all the magicians was doing was just tricks, amusing the king until this came. You know, the only fire they was making, have a back in the day, that kind of big lighter and break wind and fire shoot out. Just human methane gas, and they clap it.
He ain't beans.
Fire anus shows out again. Let's get some more.
But you know what?
Yes, ma'am.
You read
Oh yeah, and the same thing. No, it was too hot. So y'all, that's what I'm saying. It's so hot that when you try to throw somebody in, you get burned up too. So that's what happened. And the king, that blood is on the king's hands for ordering them men to do that. Right. Turn it up, increase the fire. See, he wanted them to be turned into ashes. So we see right here, he acknowledged who the God of heaven is. Now, y'all, we're not going to read chapter 4, 5, and 6 for time's sake, but I want y'all to get in there because once again, when it starts off in 1, he starts off good, and then Nebuchadnezzar's mind goes right back like Pharaoh's. Heart hardened again in chapter 4. Chapter 5, his heart is again. And then chapter 6, he's turned into a beast. Look, so you'll hear people that'll use this same Babylonian issue and make him turn it into a beast back to an individual that has no genealogy. That ain't what this said. Nor if you use it like you take them back so far, this curse on the Babylonian king that makes it sound like he has no knowledge, no understanding of who the Most High is. And not only that, but he was changed to another creature or beast of the field that this didn't say he was changed into. Yo, this how quick it could turn and can make you think that he was saying it was going to be this creation. And it never said that. But if you don't double check, you're going to chase falsehood and believe that it's somebody walking around here scratching in their rear end today and don't have a clue what fire is, and they got a cell phone in their hand. You know, all they got to Googleize, what is fire? Right. What are those bugs biting on my rear end, and are they edible? You can type it in. So ain't nobody on here without knowledge like that life, you know what I'm saying? Right. Of a Neanderthal mindset.
Right. Shoot them bugs.
Boy, look here. Yeah. Let's get it, y'all. So y'all see verse 6. I just wanted to we 4, 5, and 6 we ain't gonna do, we're going right to 7. But y'all read 4, 5, and 6 because he was brought down. Let me see where he was brought down to the beast. Do me one quick, if y'all will, just when it's saying it's getting rid of them. Okay, let's just do 4 and 16, chapter 4 and 16, y'all, we'll move it. Okay. You know. And too bad, if you will, Google me the term boanthropy.
That's what I was looking for.
B-O-A-N, thropy. All one word.
You gotta say it like
Yeah.
that. Daniel chapter 4, verse 17.
Hold on, let me see where he get changed. How
No, it's not farther than that.
No, I'm just trying to see where he got beat down. Let that heart be. Yo, yeah, let's start at 16.
16.
Yo, so he did evil again, so the Most High have to really put it on him. But it's going to be a group of individuals involved. A name we're going to see in verse 17. But let's get it.
Book of Daniel chapter 4, verse 16. Let his heart be changed from man's, and let a beast's heart be given unto him, and let 7 times pass over him.
So 7 years that he will be changed from a man's heart to a beast's heart. Look, did it ever say the man was going to change? No. Or did it just say his heart? His heart? Meaning his mindset. He's thinking like a beast now. Everything is doggy style to him. Y'all understand what I'm saying? He's thinking like a beast now. Let's get some more.
This matter is by decree of the watcher.
Of the who?
Of the watcher. And the demand by the word of the Holy One, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and sitteth up over it the beast of men.
The basis of men.
The basis
so,
of
but
men.
look, it says these watchers were some more righteous watchers. Not the ones that fell before the flood, but we got some after the flood. They put this heat on Nebuchadnezzar. The watchers told, the Most High gave them watchers these, because there's other watchers, Michael and Gabriel. We still got watchers out here. They're just called guardian angels.
Yeah.
They're still watchers. It's the original title for them. You just had watchers that failed. But we got more out here. Satan ain't going to put it on them and then we're left without no protection. No, we got guardian. These watchers handle that. But what, you got boanthropy yet?
Yes, sir. Hold on. Let me
Because, hold on, now, where you at, Zeb, now?
On 18 now.
Okay, just hold 18, skip down to, verse 23.
Book of Daniel,
Shalom,
chapter
y'all.
4, verse 23.
How your pops doing?
Good.
Good, okay.
Yeah, right on.
Book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
And whereas the king saw a watcher and an holy one coming down from heaven, and saying, hew the tree down and destroy it, yet leave the stump of the roots thereof in the earth, even with the band of iron and brass, in the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beast of the field.
With the beast of what?
With the beast of the field, till 7 times pass over him. This is the interpretation, O king, and this is the decree of the Most High, which is come upon my Lord the king.
And y'all, this is still taking place in the 70-year Babylonian captivity. This ain't before Genesis 1. Go ahead, read some more.
That they shall drive thee from men.
Where they gonna drive them from?
From men. And thy dwelling shall be with the beast of the field. And they shall make thee to eat grass and oxen.
No, they're gonna make you eat bananas like a monkey. What that say?
Grass and oxen.
Okay.
As oxen. And they shall wet thee with the dew of heaven. And 7 times shall pass over thee, till thou know the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will.
So right here, he let the king know, he reduced the king mindset to that of boneanthropy. He said he had to eat grass like an ox, right? Or did it say he eating bananas or ticks off his rear end?
No.
Look, what does boneanthropy say?
Boneanthropy. Boneanthropy is a rare, severe psychological disorder
In the mental.
where a human believes they are a cow or ox.
What do they believe they are?
They believe they are a cow or an ox.
What do they do under boneanthropy?
Symptoms include acting like cattle.
Acting like what?
Like cattle.
Not caveman.
No.
Okay.
Such as grazing, mooing, or sleeping in bones.
Y'all see that? The mindset get to the point that where they'll just go out there. You walked out there right now and you seen somebody with just some tighty whities on, like Lil Nas X when he was running naked down the street and biting on grass. Just chewing grass.
Some places that's legal now.
Go ahead, what else it say?
The rest of it says historically linked to King Nebuchadnezzar.
Who is it historically linked to?
King Nebuchadnezzar. It is treated with anti-psychological medications and therapy, often associated with schizophrenia or deep delusional states.
The Most High wrecked his mind about keep playing games with it. You say you believe me, you putting an edict in to kill everybody. The next thing you know, now you building a statue talking about bow down to me. Oh, okay, I'm going to have to reduce you to the basis of men. I'm taking you below animals.
You is also schizophrenic.
Yeah. I'm going to put you down. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody created on the 6th day. It has nothing to do with this. This King Nebuchadnezzar been reduced to eat grass like an ox, and he's suffering boneanthropy and all of his side effects.
Schizophrenia.
So we can hold that. That's the only reason I wanted to go back to 4. But now, y'all, while we got about 15 minutes, we're going to get right into the Daniel part of his visions concerning his well-being and end of the matters concerning him before the books are closed on him. Because he was told, it ain't happening in your time. Everything you read is 3,000 years away. Did he quit like most of these quitters around here, Elisha? Quit after you realize it ain't going your way after 2 years. You quit. You opt out and go chase something else. And he been like this, was told, you going to sleep. You ain't going to see none of it.
Right.
But the hope in it, the hope in the resurrection.
Faith of the saints.
Let's get some more. Because he already knew, because he been in fire. Yeah. Like Moses watched the bush burning but not consumed. Right. Y'all, when supernatural hit you and you understand it, you know it ain't another power on earth that you have to be concerned with. There ain't no other powers on earth. Just like he acknowledged, like Pharaoh acknowledged once the firstborn died. Yeah. But as soon as they got the Red Sea, what did he say? Go after them.
Harden his heart again.
Go after them again.
But this is for the glory of Elohim.
And that ain't the Lord making his heart hard, because then he's setting him up to do it. Right. He made conditions to harden his heart. Make Moses look like a god to him. Make Moses God do better than Ra is doing for him. And his advisors standing there with them cheap shots.
Right.
You ain't gonna never be spoken about again.
Because see, what you have to understand is every king that's set up, he sees himself as God of the earth.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the Most High, this is why the Most High sends out a decree to every kingdom that's set up that the ruler and the judges thereof should honor and love righteousness.
Yeah.
So that the kingdom is preserved.
Yeah.
But soon as they become disobedient to the will of Elohim, then they lose their kingdom.
Yes, sir. Yes,
The
sir.
kingdom is transferred to another power.
Because he did it to us, didn't he?
He do it to everyone.
Told
that
David,
is
you
given.
can't build it. Solomon, get out. Didn't he, Elijah?
Yes, he did.
So why does these nations think it's so far-fetched? Let's get it, y'all. We're in Daniel chapter 7. And y'all, now we're into Daniel's dream. Daniel then interpreted all of the ones for him concerning the Antichrist. And we're getting right into Daniel's vision concerning the Antichrist or the latter days. You going, Sister Joyce? Go ahead.
Daniel 7 and what?
7, we're going to talk about verse 19.
19.
Y'all read 1 through 19, y'all. We just getting right to the heart of the matter, y'all. We done been over these plenty classes out there. We just getting to our dispensation, our time slot. Shalom, shalom. Be careful out there. Okay.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 19. Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast.
What will he know?
The truth of the fourth beast.
The final kingdom, y'all, of Nebuchadnezzar's mirror image of Ephesians 6 and 9.
Which was diverse from all the others. Exceeding dreadful.
Exceeding what?
Dreadful.
Because none of them other kingdoms, Greece, Persia, had nuclear capability.
Right.
I'm talking about thermonuclear warheads that if they drop one in Kansas City, y'all, we got 45 minutes to get our affairs in order. And you ain't got to worry about down here on earth because there ain't going to be no funeral. Get your affairs in order with the Most High. What you saying, like?
They already done tested 2 of them on knock your socks off.
And that was water-based. That was
water-based. Hydrogen.
Thermo is 50 to 200 times what they dropped on them.
Right.
And they could fit in a suitcase. They got it compacted to like an old lunchbox thermos. And they say, Russia say we can't find 40 of them. How do you miss 40 thermonuke heads unless they're on the black market to the highest bidder? Why ain't Kim Jong-un been hit about his nuclear capability? And he's right next to Taiwan and Japan that's allies with, because Russia back then and gave them, and he probably bought 6 of them. They know he done bought them. But Kim Jong, mentally ill, ain't gonna play. Boy, y'all know y'all can't be coughing and Emo sitting back there looking. He tried to cover it up, but Emo was looking like, what happened? Like how when you hear a baby crying, you're like, what that baby crying? What that baby crying?
I look right at him.
Yeah, look, Elijah tried to hold it in with all his might. Go ahead. Yeah, get ready for your lozenges on the parking lot. Let's get it.
She sure picked her head around.
Let's get some more, y'all. Go ahead.
I'm going to hit 19 again.
Yes, sir.
Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others.
Yes.
Exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, break in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints, and prevailed against them.
What did he do?
Prevailed against them, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom.
So, y'all, we're thrust into right around the Antichrist time, because we see here the Antichrist is making war with the saints, and he's getting pretty successful at wearing them out. But what wearing out is not the wearing out that the Most High said, because he warned us, some of you they shall kill. Some of you they're going to cast into prison. This is the sum of that they're killing. But know that you're going to live again because of what they put you down for.
Right. The testimony of Christ.
Your testimony and your belief. He said, don't worry about none of that. So Daniel was already seeing this, and he said, I go to sleep, but it ain't like he missed anything.
No.
Because could any of us go through what he went through right now?
No.
Throw it in that furnace.
No.
Threatened with death of everybody, and just say Edomite police in charge. Like Doeg the Edomite was standing around watching the priest when David got the showbread. What the hell is Doeg the Edomite doing in Saul's court and giving commandments by Saul? And then Saul gave Doeg the Edomite the authority to kill 70 priests.
Yep.
And y'all talking about what Esau ain't doing. He's already in the fold. Watching the priests and then put them to death by legal authority of King Saul. And David said, yeah, I knew it was Doeg. So he was familiar with Doeg being around. Yeah, Doeg ratted me out. No good. Ugly. Come on, sister, be careful out there. Doeg Edomite could be out there. Watch it. Let's get it. Where we at? What you say? He got it covered. Okay, sis, yeah. Go ahead. Where we at, Elijah?
22.
Yeah.
23?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Verse 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth.
What he gonna do?
Devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings, and he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Yes, sir.
And he shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Yes, sir.
And think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit.
What the judgment gonna do?
Sit. And they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it.
Yes, sir.
Unto the end. And the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom.
What kind of kingdom?
Everlasting kingdom. And all dominions shall serve and obey him.
All dominions. What do y'all think that means? That's principalities and kings on the earth.
Right.
Go serve him. That serving, see, they think serving is in the kingdom and relax. Serving means obedient subjects of other nations.
That's right.
Like the Queen of Sheba came up to Solomon.
Right.
She said, what I find out about you, it ain't a newspaper where I come from was telling me about what you really like. I didn't have the least bit understanding that it was this glorious. Now think about the kingdom.
Come on.
When it come built without man's hands.
Come on.
What the nation's going to say then, Elisha?
Wow.
Look at this. I'm talking about streets of gold. I'm not talking about the yellow brick road. I'm talking about streets of gold.
Perfected beauty.
Yes, sir. Let's get some more.
So, Brother David.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's the same as when they came the first time with, when you said Queen of Sheba, but before even then, I was reading in the Apocrypha, and it said even before then, he gave the children all of this great, precious gifts, and we still have it.
Yeah, we ain't just can't get enough. What have you got for me lately? Just spoiled children. Let's get that last verse.
Hitherto is the end of the matter.
What is it, Elisha?
The end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my cogitations much troubled me, and my countenance changed in me, but I kept the matter in my heart.
Because you reading about at the end time saints getting wore out, you're seeing this vision, and they troubling you.
Right.
But it didn't break my faith.
No, because his faith was in the promises made.
Yeah.
So, but to see that, because you're talking about ancient times, seeing something of modern technology.
Yeah.
That's hard to comprehend. Let alone try to tell it, explain it to somebody. And they like, man, you crazy.
Crazy is.
You lost your mind, boys. Stay off that wine. You've been drinking.
Yes, sir.
You've been dipping into the new
Been
wine.
dipping, ain't he? He dipping in the wrong thing, boy. It's like AZ Ben Yehuda now. It ain't that dipped, is it, Zed? Yes, sir. So y'all,
That's dipped in the water.
that's what we talking about, boy. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that real water. That
That
other
real water. See, what we talking about, y'all, like
Dirty water.
8 and 21, y'all. So we moving through the next kingdom of Daniel, and it's the Grecian kingdom. But we just gonna pick it up, y'all. We're gonna pick it up. Y'all read 1 through. We're gonna pick it up about verse 21, and we're gonna read it out to verse 27. Y'all read 1 through 21, but for time's sake, because I want to get these last few while we got 10 minutes and 46 seconds. What y'all saying?
11 minutes.
Let's say 11 minutes. 15. Yeah, we round off them seconds. Go ahead.
I'm trying to help you out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Daniel chapter 8, verse, you say 21?
21.
And the rough goat is the king of Grecia. And the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king. Now that being broken, whereas 4 stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand out of the nation,
Right.
but not in his power. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
So now we right back into Daniel's vision of the Antichrist, y'all. We right where we need to be. And where is this time happening at? In our lifetime, or it's got to be within the next 30 years or so, whatever it may be. But y'all, we right at the door with this. Go ahead.
And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power.
See, his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. Go ahead.
And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper, and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
Who is he going to destroy?
The mighty and the holy people. And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Witchcraft. Go ahead.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
Where he going to magnify himself?
In his heart.
He going to become a legend in his own mind. Go ahead.
And by peace shall destroy many.
Y'all see how he gonna run the deception? By peace. After all what we seeing on the news right now, we looking for some peace. YNs going crazy, youngsters going to school with AR-15s and killing everybody, shooting up everybody, y'all. It's at a whole nother level of the love of many of wax cold.
Yeah, because now the powers that be are killing their own kind.
Yes, sir.
In front of the world.
Yes, sir.
And then labeling them terrorists.
Absolutely. They call it domestic terrorism. Yeah. They look just like us. Go ahead, Lisa. Run that on out. We're at verse 24.
24.
You're on 25 now.
Daniel chapter 8. Verse 26. Did I do 20?
No, you're on 25.
25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And the vision of the evening and the morning which was told is true. Wherefore shut up thou up the vision, for it shall be for many days.
So when you think Daniel heard this, he like, so it ain't gonna happen tomorrow. No, it's gonna be for many days. But when you faithful and you know that what you already been through, you like, thank you Most High for letting me get through my part, what you had for me.
Right.
The conclusion of the whole matter for me.
That's right.
Let's get some more life.
And I, Daniel, fainted and was sick certain days. Afterward I rose up and did the king's business. And I was astonished at the vision, but none understood it.
Y'all see that? Now Daniel say, I can't have 3 no-shows, no calls.
Right.
He said, my stomach is upset now, and I'm just weak from this, but I can't work under these circumstances.
Right.
But he say, after a couple of days, I got to get back to work.
You had to take it 6
Look,
days.
even though he knew that was down the line, he said, well, I'm still alive.
Right.
I still got to go back to work. I got a job to do.
Got to deal with it.
Let's get these last few. Daniel 9, verse 19.
Israel in the chat, you want to get that Revelation 13.
Yes, sir. It's on the end. Tell them, yes, sir.
If he was here, he would know. No.
No, we kind of was going over it a little bit early on yesterday and tying them in, you know.
You heard that?
Let's get some more.
The book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 19.
Yes, sir.
O Lord, hear. O Lord, forgive. O Lord, hearken and do. Defer not for thine own sake. O my power, for thy city and thy people are called by thy name.
Yes, sir.
And whilst I was speaking and praying and confessing my sins and the sin of my people Israel, the present and presented my supplication before the Most High my power for the holy mountain of my God.
Do y'all see, no matter how the rules change, the first thing he's doing, he's saying, I'm praying for my iniquity. Right. All what Daniel was given the power for vision, he's still praying for his iniquities. You understand? He's saying, I know I done broke the law somewhere. And not only that, but he's praying for our ancestors' iniquities. See, so y'all see how rule following, even knowing you're going to take the dirt now, but you don't waver. Y'all see, this is what we talk about, true 133. See, we could be in here as 133, but the times ain't hit hard. If we just say we had 133 numbers and the time hit like what we reading about, them numbers going down to 33 before you know it. So y'all, we have to understand that's why it's always a remnant left. People just starting to fall off. The script says it's going to be a great falling away. It's solid 133 now. But when the Antichrist hit the scene, if you alive, let's see what happened to the numbers. Let's see what them numbers go up or down. Let's get some up. Let's finish this off, y'all. What we got? 8 minutes.
Verse 20.
Yeah.
Verse 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, whilst I was speaking in the prayer, even the man Gabriel, whom I had seen in the vision at the beginning, being caused to fly swiftly, touched me about the time of the evening oblation.
So this was the evening prayer, morning, noon, and evening. Go ahead.
And informed me, and talked with me, and said, O Daniel, I am now come forth to give thee skill and understanding.
Yes, sir.
At the beginning of thy supplication, the commandment came forth, and I am come to show thee, for thou art greatly beloved. Therefore understand the matter, and consider the vision. 70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city, to finish the transgression, and to make an end of sin.
To make an end of what?
Of sin. And to make reconciliation for iniquity. And to bring an end everlasting righteousness. And to seal up the vision and prophecy. And to anoint the most holy.
Y'all read the rest of that for time's sake, y'all. We're going to get right into 10, where we need to be, because we're just talking about the end of things. Getting rid of transgression, Elijah. Ain't no need talking about the kings before that. We're talking about the end of the matter.
Yes, sir.
The conclusion. So 10, we're going to get right into just verses 6 through 9. That's all in 10. Y'all read 1 through 6, and then everything after verse 9. We just get right to the heart of it. And now we in Cyrus the Persian running things. Go ahead.
Book of Daniel chapter 10 verse 6. His body also like the bird, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire.
So he's talking about the angel that he was at the river, because all the prophets wrote down exactly where they were and what time it was. And he's saying, I looked up and I saw this supernatural being. Read that again. We can see. Start at verse 5 though. And we'll see what he had on.
Book of Daniel chapter 10 verse 5. Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz.
Yeah.
His body also was like beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to the polished brass. And the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision, for the men that were with me saw not the vision, but a great quaking fell upon them, so that they fled to hide themselves. Therefore I was left alone and saw this great vision, and there remained no strength in me, for my comeliness was turned in me into corruption, and I retained no strength.
So he said, this vision troubled me so bad, I went to looking from a handsome man to, y'all know how Richard Pryor said he was trying to make himself look like he wasn't the one on that wanted poster. When they asked him, was this you? Don't look like me. So his countenance changed from all of that. So y'all remember that which way is up, don't you?
Yeah.
So he was left alone, y'all, to deal with this once again. How far was going down on that?
You said now.
You have, what verse you at?
I'm on that.
Okay, so what I want to also, this is a mirror image of Acts 9 of Paul's vision on the road to Damascus. He got hit with the vision, but his men didn't hear it. They just felt the ground rumbling.
Right.
They didn't see the things. So is Paul in error, or we read Daniel the prophet, same type of events happen, supernatural events.
Yeah, I know.
The men that's around you don't see the vision. The vision is for you, so it's hitting you in the head. They feel the effect of it, but they're not getting why it's going into your head.
Right.
Same thing in Acts 9. Paul on the road to Damascus. Let's get some more.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
Yet heard I the voice of his words, and when I heard the voice of his words, then was I in a deep sleep on my face, and my face toward the ground.
Y'all can hold that. Y'all read the rest of that. Daniel 11, we're going to jump right to verse 36. And we're going to finish off, y'all, with Revelation 13, y'all. Daniel 11, y'all read 1 through 36 on your own time. Get it in, y'all. We're just getting right to the time of the end. The Antichrist, y'all. And we still haven't got to who the Antichrist mama is. We know the spiritual mama is Revelation 17, the whore that sitteth upon many waters. But what we're talking about is getting down to who. Is it going to be succubus, incubus, and cambion? Or is it going to be done supernaturally with this AI coming in? Too bad, do you have that pregnant robot up?
Yes, sir.
Just need y'all to see this to understand where we are. Giants are out the door, y'all. David and his nephews killed the last of the giants. All of the YouTube giants, ain't no giants over at Cahokia Mounds hiding and peeping out, and then sneak to a East St. Louis liquor store and run back over there.
Crossing the Nile, Mississippi.
But boy, look here. All of the information, yeah, you're talking about past information. What we're talking about is what will be the giant in the end of time? What will be the image of the beast? We got the beast, but it says there's going to be an image of the beast. That's what you have to worship. The image of the beast. Once you worship his image, he got you. His image is right here, right now, but it ain't worship yet. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Once it's worship, then we move into the image of the beast. But what they got on them pregnant robots? Too bad.
Yeah, it says China develops first ever pregnancy robot. Could it replace human surrogates?
Could it replace human surrogates? Go ahead. What else it say? I want to say because right now they raise babies in what's called incubators. But what they going to do with it? What does it say too bad?
It says China is developing the world's first pregnancy robot designed to carry a baby from conception to birth using an artificial womb.
Using a what?
An artificial womb. Critics call the technology unnatural, raising concerns about ethics, maternal connections,
Yeah.
and long-term health risks.
And long-term health risks for the baby.
Supporters see potential health benefits for infertile couples and say it could reduce the physical toll on pregnancy.
So it has a flip side to it. Look, you ain't got to go through all the holler. You ain't got to take no epidural shots. None of that. And we ain't got to worry about the other woman getting attached to the baby. Because when they put it in a surrogate, they just put it in a woman's house. Well, that baby they started to get a bond. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
she don't
right.
want to give it up then.
Right.
They like, that's our baby. She said, but y'all baby been living in this apartment.
Right.
So we can eliminate that with the pregnancy robot that China got out. And y'all, they so lifelike right now, you couldn't tell the difference.
Iron mixed with Miry clay.
Iron mixed with miry clay. And that's what we were talking about in Daniel chapter 2. This is it. Miry clay. We're talking about it's muddy, y'all. It's messy. That's what it's trying to tell you. So it can't stand. They banging against each other. It's always chaos. A divided house can't do what?
Can't stand.
So the Most High got them divided where that kingdom can't never flourish like they wanted to. He always got a monkey wrench in it. Let's finish this last one up. Where you at on that license?
To say Daniel 11 and what? 36?
Yes.
Daniel chapter 11, verse 36.
Yes, sir.
And the king shall do accordingly to his will, and he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god.
Again, above every what?
God.
Uh-huh.
And shall speak marvelous things against the Most High of gods, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished. For that is determined shall be done.
So ain't nothing we can stop the Antichrist reign. Has already been marked because it's a test to see who the believers are.
Right.
It's separation of the chaff and wheat. It's trying to see who is 133. But it's at the end of the matter. Y'all, we can get on the team, but we got to stay on the team.
Yes,
we
sir.
can't get cut. Y'all ever see the movie Major League?
Yeah.
Remember when they said if you get cut, there's going to be a red sticker in your locker?
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes didn't want to open it. See, we got to make sure we don't have the red sticker in our locker.
That's right.
You understand? We make the team. Let's get some more.
Verse 37.
Yeah.
Neither shall he regard the God of his father,
Uh-huh.
nor the desire of women,
Uh-huh.
nor regard any God.
Uh-huh.
For he shall magnify himself above all.
So just because it said neither should he regard the God of his fathers, the God of his father is the Most High. See, you got to understand because they still descend from Adam.
Right.
See, so it's still an all type of thing. They know, like Nebuchadnezzar knew, your God is God. He's the God of all gods. They understand them things, y'all. But they just saying at this point, I don't care who they call themselves God. Nebuchadnezzar has got in his head, or whoever this Antichrist will be, he's like Ezekiel 28 and 12 on down with Lucifer when pride entered in. This is a repeat just like his daddy acted. He just doing it on earth.
Yeah.
His daddy did it in the heavens and pride came in. This is nothing but butt naked, raw, unadulterated pride.
Yes, sir.
Get some more.
Verse
We ain't
38.
got number two scripts left, y'all.
But in his estate
Uh-huh.
shall he honor the God of forces.
So, and he ain't gonna look. Now he's still reverting back to Satan, ain't he?
Yeah.
That's the God of the forces, you know. Go ahead.
And a God whom his fathers knew not
Uh-huh.
shall he honor with gold and silver and with precious stones and pleasant things.
Uh-huh.
Thus shall he do in the most strange
Stronghold.
stronghold
Uh-huh.
with a strange God,
Uh-huh.
whom he shall acknowledge and increase with glory. And he shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide the land for gain.
Yeah.
And at the time of the end,
At the time of the what?
shall the king of the south push at it.
So who's in the south of Jerusalem? South is Egypt. North of Jerusalem is Lebanon. East is Jordan. West is the Mediterranean. So when you read these scripts, it's not talking about south or north of America. It's talking about of Israel where it's going down at.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's easy work. Just Google what's north and south of Israel. Let's get some more. Run down to 41, Elisha.
And at the time of the end shall the king of the south push at it.
Yeah.
And the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind,
Uh-huh.
with chariots and with horses,
Yeah.
and with many ships. And he shall enter into the country, and shall overflow and pass over. He shall enter also into the glorious land,
Yeah.
and many countries shall be overthrown.
Uh-huh.
But these shall escape out of his hand.
Let's see who's going to escape out of his hand. Go ahead.
Edom and Moab,
Uh-huh.
and the chief of the children of Ammon.
And notice these are the people in the land of Canaan pretending to be who they're supposed to be. How is they escaping the wrath, Elijah? Ammon and Moab. Them was the nations that we were warned about, that was against us, even after they technically came from within us. Because Esau came from Isaac.
Right.
Moab and Ammon came from Lot. His daughters, when they did the unthinkable.
Yep.
Chapter 12, Elisha, we got the one Revelation, just a few chapters. We're gonna close on that.
All of 12?
No. Let me see where we at. That's just how many verses?
13.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll tell you what. 1 through 5. Running 1 through 5, Elisha.
Okay.
And y'all read the rest of that.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 1.
Yeah.
And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince.
What is he?
The great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting light, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
So y'all, we see chapter 12. We at Judgment Day, ain't we?
Yep.
Let's get some more.
And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. And they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever.
And many that do what?
Turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
And knowledge is being increased now, y'all, in the last day.
Yes, sir.
So much knowledge is out there now, y'all, but it's got to be knowledge that you know how to deal with.
Yeah.
Because we see Daniel was troubled just through vision.
Yeah.
Y'all, the knowledge just coming out of here, and what troubles us the most? Man, all this knowledge coming out, man, my peeps didn't know that, man. Am I going to see my peeps again ever?
Right.
Much wisdom, much what you say?
Much sorrow.
Much sorrow, y'all. Because we got to get to the place where there's no more sorrow.
Yes, sir.
Let's get some more.
Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood other two, the one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank of the river.
Y'all read the rest of that, but hit that verse 12 and 13.
Blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,305 and 30 days.
So it's 1,290 days. It's saying if you get past that killing time of the Antichrist, blessed are you to get to what day, Elisha?
The 1,305 and 30 days.
So 1,335 days from 1,290. How many extra days is that? 1,290 to 335. So you're just adding 10. That's 45 days. 45 days after all the chaos. And it said, blessed are those who make it to that 45th day. Don't know what the reasoning for it is. Don't know why. But it's a blessing if you get through the Antichrist and you still left alive. And the blessing could be Isaiah 4.
Yes.
Changed in the twinkling of an eye, and now you're able to repopulate Israel like it was supposed to be before Adam sinned.
Right.
Because you'll be in pure righteousness.
Yeah.
It says, a righteous man, the law is not for a righteous man. Do you think that means that he can walk around like his dung don't stink? No, that means that when you're keeping the law, why are you reminding me for it?
It don't apply.
It don't apply if you're keeping it. See, what everybody keep running to, the sin in the wilderness, that's called the curse of the law. All these had to be added because y'all couldn't keep the commandments. So we add the curse of the law. You don't want to wear your fringe. You don't want to do the Sabbath right. Sabbath has been since Genesis chapter 2. You don't want to do it right. Leviticus 13 talks about that Sabbath on Genesis 2. That's what Leviticus 23 talks about. That feast day way back then. So you can't get caught up in the middle and stay caught up in the middle and punish yourself on the curse of the law. We had to make a cross, and they had to look to it in the wilderness. Curse be you who keep getting bit, because just look at that and the bite will go away. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these are laws have to be added for disobedience. It's not separate from the commandments. It's added to it because we cannot do them and have to make another one to punish you. That's crazy, ain't it, Elijah?
Yeah,
and people champion fringes. Fringes is our custom. Don't get me wrong. It's to show the rest of the world that we are the people and we keep the Sabbath holy. The problem is we're starting to put the fringes above the Holy Spirit.
Just like we put Israel
Above the gospel.
above Christ.
Look, the Holy Spirit brings all things to memory. This piece of stuff, you got to look at it, and it's not to remind you of all 613. It's only to remind you, oh, it's the Sabbath. I ain't supposed to be doing nothing today.
Right.
The Messiah, they say he had on fringes, but I ain't never saw no photo of it. He ain't never mentioned about it under no circumstances.
Well, Daniel, when the woman touched the hem of his garment, they say that the hem infringed.
Yeah, that's what they can say it
But
means.
you can make
You can make it
hem
say
is a
anything. Yeah, him is
if it's the fringes, it would say fringes.
Look,
Why
fringes-
would it say fringes in Exodus and not fringes on the hem?
Well, look.
I mean, come on.
Because the fringe is attached to the hem.
They attach to the hem. However, a hem is a hem.
Or you make fringes out of the hem. Y'all know what fringes
Yeah,
was
I
out
mean,
of the
you can
hem?
put up the hem.
Let me tell you how we used to make fringes out of hem. Walk on your Levi's or a pair of jeans
You gonna
that's
have
too
some
long,
fringes. And you have
and
fringes.
you
You
wear
gonna
them
have some
out.
fringes.
They will fringe out on you.
Right.
But that's only if you walked on them.
That only if you walk on, but what I'm
Messiah
saying,
was
like,
walking on his clothes.
absolutely. And what we talk about, Elijah, is he didn't have to remember the Sabbath.
No.
He didn't have to remember
He's
the
the law itself.
He's the law. He's the walking law.
He's the
What
walking
you have
law.
to
Why
remind
does
him
he have
of?
to put on fringes?
Right.
He never
Well,
broke
all gotta put on
them.
fringes.
He never broke them.
Not one.
You got
He
yours.
never broke a law.
You got
So
yours
why
on.
would he have to wear fringes?
You got yours on and you a mess.
Boy, look here. Look here. Taking jail photos in your friend.
Remember them thoughts you had?
Right.
You didn't look down on them fringes
Boy,
when you
look
had that
here.
thought, did you?
Every
You
Babylonian
continued
picture.
in it for a minute.
King Jehoiakim, the one that got led away to Babylon. What clothes he got on? What's on the end of his clothes?
Fringes.
What?
Fringes.
Going to captivity.
Let's get some more, y'all. There's a difference in spiritual and physical.
That's right.
Well, yeah. You finished that 12? We finished that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all, last one, Revelation 13, we're going to call it. We have to do this because Revelation 13 gets right to everything we're saying, and it starts to talk about the image of the beast that we get next to. Y'all, the deadly wound. Look, Rome was the world-dominating religion, so to speak, for the Babylonian system. Most people don't know the deadly wound that was healed, and they say it's Rome. You keep thinking about the Rome in Italy. But do you know there was a Roman Empire and government like Rome, like the Pope? They had a whole system set up in Turkey.
Yeah.
So that's how you begin converted to Judaism. In Turkey, there was an entire Roman setup.
That's why.
Byzantine related. And when you look at that, they got wiped out. But look at Roman, papal, what would you call it? Roman domination or whatever it is in Turkey. Roman establishment in Turkey. And y'all gonna see what's happening because, yo, these powerhouses, they move through nations. They didn't care nothing about Turkey. They're like, look, we setting up shop and y'all, it was the East and the West. It was Ashkenaz and Sephardian was the original Roman Italians over in Italy and Rome, and the other group, Ashkenaz, was in Turkey. Do you see anything that Roman religion in Turkey? But you'll find it. But let's just hit this Revelation 13.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I bring
What you were saying, Elijah? Go ahead.
No, I
What
was
you
just
saying?
gonna say, that's why in Christ was having an issue with 7 churches
Yeah.
because the first 7 churches were set up in Asia Minor in Turkey.
What was it set up in Elijah?
In Asia Minor in Turkey, and these were the first churches that were teaching the order of Melchizedek under the disciples and the apostles. So these churches were also in conflict with the doctrines of that age, which was under the Catholic, Roman Catholicism, as well as the Hellenistic
Absolutely.
of the Greeks.
They was the Hellenized Turkish group. What you got on that 2x? Because we're going to run this, y'all. We're going to close out. Go ahead.
That's it, right. But I go right here, it says the region compassing modern Turkey was ruled by the Romans for around 14 centuries.
About how long did they rule it in Turkey?
Around 14 centuries, serving not only as a gateway into the Near East, but also as the empire's administrative base after the reign of Emperor Constantine.
Look, America got right now a base in Iran or Turkey or whatever, Dubai, over there in the Middle East. That's what Iran is attacking, those bases, but it's within that same household.
Right.
They're attacking America interests over there. They like, look, we can't reach out, but we gonna bomb everything y'all got over here. Y'all got some nieces and nephews.
Right.
Get ready for some coffins heading y'all way.
Yep.
So y'all, once you do that study on that Roman power in Turkey and understand the church power that they had set up, the church was knocked down. That was a deadly wound to the Roman, not the one in Italy. Not Nero Caesar now, but that Turkey did. Let's finish this off, y'all, so we get on out of here. Revelation.
Revelation chapter 13.
Yes, sir.
Gonna start at 1.
We're going to leopard the bear. Let's pick it up about verse 1. Yeah.
Okay. Revelation 13 and 1.
Yeah.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
What is the name of?
Blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
And the dragon gave all the power that Daniel was talking about. The devil is going to turn over all his power to the Antichrist. Every trick he was able to do, all that power then goes to the Antichrist to work like the Father give all power to the Messiah. It's the copycat. I'm going to give all mine to my son too then. Get some more life.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast.
Who gave power to the beast?
The dragon. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Elohim, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them.
To do what?
Overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
That's world power ruling, ain't it?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life, of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
Y'all understand what it says. If your name is not in the book, you're marked for worship of the Antichrist. So if you had not keep the commandments, or you don't believe the Messiah is who he is, your name ain't going to be in that book. Don't talk about can you check again. Go ahead.
If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Now let's get one thing straight. The nations did not lead us into captivity. Our disobedience led us into captivity. They only furthered the affliction.
That's right.
They didn't come and get us and say, we're taking you raw people to captivity and make you base men. Why? Because y'all, we just want to. What about our God? We ain't caring nothing about him. He ain't going to do nothing for y'all. Get out the way and get on these ships. If y'all think it happened like that, then they led us into captivity. Let's get some more. Captivity is more than just a physical bondage. The Antichrist is leading this into captivity.
Our heads led us into captivity.
Let's get some more.
He said, for your leaders
Cause you to
err.
And you're in mental bondage.
And the prophecies in which they tell you, the lies in which they tell you.
Yeah. In mental bondage, Lysa.
Yeah.
Let the devil live rent-free in your head. The devil ain't paid rent in 30 years in your head. Got his feet on furniture in your head. Let's get some.
That's his house.
Yeah, that's his house. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had 2 horns like a lamb. And he spake as a dragon. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him. And caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men.
Satellite work. Go ahead.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast.
What shall they do?
Make an image to the beast,
Uh-huh.
which had the wound by a sword, and did live.
Uh-huh.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
To the what?
Image of the beast.
Uh-huh.
That the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
So the beast ain't requiring it, it's his image. I want you to worship this. I want you to distance about me. See, I can't be there everywhere y'all at.
Right.
But I can be there if y'all got my image. And y'all gonna bow down to my image just like the statue.
Well, if you notice, every dictator did it too.
Every dictator did.
They put up an image of
Yes, sir.
themselves over
Yes, sir.
every municipality.
Yes, sir. Bow down when you see it.
Bow down when you see this image.
Thank you.
But not only this, but it says it's gonna cause this image to move. Those are inanimate
Right, inanimate objects.
You know what I'm saying, Lisa? They can't move. They
Right.
can't breathe. They can't do nothing. But that AI robot that's in a mirror of the beast, that's looking the split image of him, and you can't tell the difference. That's what you gonna worship.
Yeah, because AI can make a dead man
Oh
walk.
boy, come on. Look, if y'all look right now out there on these AI videos, they show somebody. They show Ice Cube when he did Boys in the Hood, and then they show him now. They walk together. They hug each other.
Yeah.
This AI, y'all, is at another level, y'all. Y'all ain't understanding. When you see that and do yourself, boy, I show, boy.
Sit down with your youngest self.
With your youngest self.
See that?
How do they make that old picture come to life is what we
And
ask.
they start laughing and looking
at each
like
other.
they're talking with each other.
Like, boy, look at your old ass, you know. Like, look, the image of the beast, that one, look, here the new one coming.
In that AI video I got teeth.
Boy, look here. Full set.
Full set.
Non-later and cavity free. Boy, ain't a sign of Chico stick wearing on. Let's finish this off, Lance. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, no. Oh, whoa.
Mercy.
Oh, man. Where am I at? 15?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. 16?
Yeah.
Okay. And he calls it all.
He calls it who?
All.
Uh-huh.
Both small and great.
Uh-huh.
Rich and poor.
Uh-huh.
Free and bond.
Who off the list that ain't on this list when he calls it all of them? He covered the globe, didn't he?
Yeah.
Let's get some more lights.
To receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
And this is the mark, it's the image of the beast. It's going to communicate with the robot. You're communicating with it now. You answer the question and then they have a box. Check if you're not a robot. We want to know who we talk to. Is it AI or is it a real person? So AI ain't checking the boxes then, like.
But now everybody's chatting with Gemini and chat GPT.
Yes, sir.
Here's verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
That's just the number of the beast system. That has nothing to do with the beast itself. It say when you see this number system pop up, guess who the leader gonna be on that dollar bill? The Antichrist. Just like George Washington's on this dollar, and it has a number system. Eight, all of the alphabet, A through NOPQXZ. You know, right there. But they have numbers next to every one. Like A is a 1.
You know that was
B
wrong,
is
right?
2. Come on. Look, I can point them out though. I may not know the song, but I can say that's a Z right there. Yeah, go ahead, bro. It's number 303 score, and that's gematria in Hebrew. It'll tell you who fit it because the number of his system is going to add up to his character. It's not going to be Ronald Wilson Reagan.
Right.
It ain't going to be none of that. It's going to be this individual, and it's going to be his number system.
It ain't Nero Caesar.
He's a possible candidate. His name spells out 603 score and 6.
But they say
So does the Pope have.
Right. They say he's gonna have I guess the spirit of an old someone who's been here before,
Yes,
an old
sir.
dictator.
But notice Nero never went into Jerusalem. He sent Vespasian,
Yeah.
his right-hand man, and he never did claim that they were God. But not saying that he could come from the bottomless pit or the
Right.
spirit that was on him and latch on and connect with that AI robot, the Miry clay. Look, it's messy, y'all. That's why I say it's in miry clay. It's not formed like we was from the dirt, just the solid clay, so to speak. That's why he called us clay, man. We were formed better than that. But this one is formed in miry clay. I want you to understand its foundation and its habitation starts in mud mixed with doo-doo. Why you want to be a part of that?
Contaminated.
Contaminated. It's miry clay mixed with it. They tell you, we don't know what it could do. It could go crazy and bring us all into captivity. We done messed up and gave this thing the code to the nuclear bombs. It can control our life from henceforth. We don't know what it could do. It's miry clay. Like iron and miry clay don't mix. You cannot build a house on wet mud. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That's what it's saying. That's what I'm talking about. You cannot. Miry is just swamp land. You can't build in swamp land unless a man build his house on a rock.
Right. It's only one rock.
No foundation and none of that.
Let's close out of here, y'all. We got any questions or concerns?
No, sir.
The Feast of Purim, y'all, this coming Monday, March the 2nd at sundown.
Mama D.
Mama D?
I'll be out on the parking lot Monday from 3 to 6 to hand out bags.
Y'all, so Mama D,
I'll be down after I get off the plantation, Mama.
100 men bags for the homeless and 100 women bags have been already prepped. Thank y'all all so much for y'all who donated for the Feast of Purim. Those bags will then be divvied up here in the parking lot and to be taken to the homeless locations where they camp out at. Y'all, it's non-perishables. You can't give them no food. You can be sued for that. You know, like that hot dog on that, you know, them boys, what was that, Bad Boy? When he asked me, is them dogs fresh? He said, I put them in there yesterday. Yeah, so we got to make sure you can't give them yesterday hot dogs. So we give them non-perishables. Toothpaste, deodorant, drawers, socks, t-shirts. Things that are close to the body that make you feel fresh. If you put a dirty pair of pants over them, what's next to you is still fresh. Because if they take you to the doctor and they pull them old pants off, at least you got on what? Clean what?
Drawers.
Fresh drawers at the doctor.
They ain't sticking to you.
Let's get on out here, y'all. That's Purim, and also, y'all, April the 1st is the Passover, y'all. For all y'all in St. Louis that will be attending, y'all, we're going to have a cutoff date the last week of March, but we just need to get your name on the list. Look, we're not concerned with you having the cash right now. What we're concerned with is your name on the list because we got to go to the store. You know, so that's what we want you to understand. If you say, put me on the list, I'll take care of you before the cutoff date. We got this other number that ain't paid, but we have to buy food for that whole number, including the ones that paid that ain't paid, so we are sufficient. We can't have you pay at the door and your name ain't on the list, because that's going to put us behind the 8 ball and somebody's going to be short. So, y'all, we hope they got some good understanding how we looking to about what they're saying.
Oh, they're saying excellent class.
Y'all, please pray for our peeps in the homeland. Y'all, they getting beat up with them bombs over there. Y'all, it's actually tribulation taking place in World War III taking place on them over there now.
Yes.
What we going to do when we leave here? Who watching Netflix?
Get this closing prayer with Most High's permission in the name of His only begotten Son. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah! Say what?
I figured it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was pretty good. Just had a slight delay. You know, like Jacob's show. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
I had a couple.